10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Welcome! Alright guys, welcome to the new Level Up show. For the people in here. But we're going to wait, obviously. We're still going to give it a few moments before we start officially. But guys, you're the first ones to see it. This is the new Level Up show made for you guys.
That paper had it coming.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Greg, stop spamming.
Come on now.
You're gonna get banned.
You know how the rules work.
Woo! We got all the
Pretty
important
spiffy.
people in here.
I like it.
That is beautiful.
We're at 42.
Wow,
Thank
really
you,
nice.
Rick.
We're at 40.
We're at 40. Thank you guys. You guys are in here quick this week.
So thank you very much, J-Dog.
A real looking set.
Let's do it right now. Let's let people know.
Guys, we want to thank you guys for coming in right away as soon as possible. And the one way we're going to thank you guys throughout the night is we have 3 $10 PSN cards we're going to be giving away.
I got one right here.
Yes, he's going to be giving that away.
That's not for him.
10 minutes.
Wait, this isn't for me?
That's not for you.
That's not for
I
me.
hate you guys.
That's not true.
That is for these guys, these awesome fans that have been with us for the last 10 months.
So, just like always, the way to get it, you have to be following us on Twitter. Alright? And you have to go to us at Twitter.
Yep.
And you have to tweet at us, level up, all caps.
Yes. Hashtag level up.
Hashtag level up, all caps. So
make sure you follow us too, so we
Mark
can
put it
direct
in there.
message you. Because that's typically the way it works is we'll choose somebody randomly with a random number generator, but we need to be able to direct message you that code, so make sure you follow us as well so that we can do that. Alright, guys, we already have like, what, 40 people in here or something like that? So I think we could probably officially start the show, our new Level Up show. We good?
We can.
Yeah, alright, let's do it.
Level up.
And of course, our new logo right there. On the wall, on the TV for you guys as well.
You asked for it.
So,
They're tweeting hashtag level up.
Hashtag level up. That is
Hashtag
correct.
level up.
Hashtag level up, that is correct. Make sure you follow us, of course, as well, so that we can direct message you with the PSN code if you are chosen. But guys, this is episode 39 of the Level Up show. We've been on for 10 months, like something like that. It's getting up there. We're getting close to our anniversary.
It actually is 10 months.
Yeah, November, sometime in there will be our anniversary. Not long after the PS4 first came out, we were on here pretty quickly.
Like not that weekend, but the following weekend. Yeah.
Just started off as, I'm sure some of you guys have been seeing throughout the week, I've been tweeting. If you guys didn't pick up on it, all those little so many XP until level up, that was the number of minutes until this episode.
Yeah.
So earlier when I tweeted out 93 minutes, it was because or 93 XP, it was because it was 93 minutes.
Exactly.
And yeah, I mean, you might have seen one of our images was a level 1, level 2, level 3 to show the progression of this show from me and Mike sitting on a little like TV dinner table between us.
I think we're gonna do a compilation for our anniversary show.
Yeah.
I want to put that stuff together, so you guys will see it too when you see it. But it's crazy just how much things have evolved.
Eventually moved to the table that we built. Then we incorporated TV, and now this. But
We didn't have that
Why are you
TV.
guys talking anniversary already? You're kind of clingy.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
being a little clingy right now.
Yeah.
I'm not about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a free spirit.
Guys, once again, this is Level Up Show. We are a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I am Mike. This is my I am Andrew.
Mike?
I'm getting confused. Remember last week?
You did it last week.
Yeah.
This is Kristen, and
I'm
this is
Kristen.
Mark.
It's the mirror. The
Be
mirror
nice.
like messes with my head.
Be nice.
It's really confusing. I'm
With you
Andrew.
figuring out who you are.
This is my co-host Mike right here, and of course we have Mark and Kristen in the chat room with you guys all night. Mark is marked words, and Kristen, as Kristen says, be nice. Utilize them. They will feed us any questions, fan feedback, all that kind of stuff. Just remember that they're in there with you guys, and they're a part of the Level Up show.
And everyone can see Bogey now.
Yes, that too.
Well,
Hopefully, yeah, there he is. You can see him pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
Bogey is now a more important part of this show that you can see him pretty well. What is going on, guys? How's everybody's week going?
It's better now.
I don't know what
It's
the outside
been
world
pretty
is
solid.
besides the TV with space characters on it.
We'll get to that in a second. Before we get into our what you've been playing. Mark, what's going on with you, man?
Not much. I've just been watching a whole lot of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Okay.
Recently.
Really?
That's the
Yeah,
one, or is it
Like the
reruns?
new stuff or the old stuff?
The new stuff.
Is it good?
Specifically the new stuff, and I like it. I like
Okay.
it.
As
It's,
good as the old stuff, or like it's okay?
They needed a little bit of warm up time to get like
Okay.
back into the swing of things, but
How's
honestly,
Aisha Taylor doing?
she's not bad.
She's not Drew Carey
not-
or what was the
you
British
should
guy?
you should never expect her to be Drew Carey.
No, I didn't.
Like
I
some
didn't.
people are complaining that it's like I like Drew Carey. Well, all right, fine, you can have a preference, but she certainly isn't failing at it, and she's developed a good banter with the performance.
She's always
so-
entertaining anyway. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Chris and I obviously have been hard at work.
You haven't done anything
No.
besides working.
I played, we're not going to get into it, but I only played 30 minutes.
I was gonna say
of
you
Destiny.
didn't play almost anything. You're like level
No.
2.
I wanted to play Minecraft, I wanted to play Velocity 2X, but
Right.
I mean, this room took up a lot of my time for the last week,
He
so.
spent every waking second changing outlet covers, plug covers,
Yeah.
painting baseboards, everything, and he did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
Worked out very hard.
You worked so hard.
What is going on with you this week, Kristen?
You should know you live together.
We don't see each other a lot during the week, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I mean she works a
sad.
different shift than I do, and it makes it tough for us to see each other. But
I know. Well, today
You'll
was good.
persevere.
We took Bogey for a walk. We made pork chops for dinner.
Yeah.
Pork chops like in Doug Funny.
We have a nice little Saturday planned. We might try to go to Bed Bath and Beyond. And,
Of
try to
course.
get. We'll see if we have enough. I just don't know if we have enough time.
No, and guess what? Me and Andrew went to Kohl's today, and we ran into Mike.
Who was
Yeah,
getting
that
this
was really
50
weird.
little shirt here?
Yeah, I had to return some pants. I was like, yeah, I might get a new shirt. For the
And then
show
a
anyway.
spider was on my hand, and he killed it.
It was a mite.
A
Let's be
mite.
honest.
A little red mite that you see on bricks.
I could barely even see. I had no idea what the hell she was talking about. Let's be real.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
I know.
Let's get into the obvious
All right,
things.
let's go.
What have we been playing, or at least what have you been playing?
With everybody.
With everybody, yeah.
from the show has been, and I feel bad because there's a lot of people that keep inviting me to play with them
Yeah.
or wanting to play, and a lot of times, I'll play with one person and then, someone else will invite me and I need to do something else for my own character.
Pause.
So, but-
1 second. I'm getting a lot of hashtag bring back the clock. Guys, clock. Right there. I had to incorporate a clock in some way because I knew people were going to be disappointed. 100. Guys, of course we do that whenever we reach 100. Thank you guys for coming in. But remember that we do have the spiritual successor to the clock over here for you guys.
It's the more modern version.
Yes.
The other clock, we replaced it with a logo.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
But-
Continue.
No, it's
Destiny.
fun. But no, it's fun.
pretty
It's
awesome
so in depth,
logo.
and I'll go into it a little bit later. I think
Yeah.
a lot of the reviews that are coming out are a little harsh
Yeah.
because they didn't pay attention to what Bungie said, and you can tell that in the reviews that they gave the game.
Yeah.
So they didn't pay, whereas other companies are doing the right things by waiting.
Speaking of a few things, let's get up I know people probably want to follow us. We already had 100 people in here, so let's make sure they know how. Guys, these are our signs if you want to follow us, information-wise. So there you go with our Twitch, our Twitter, our Facebook, and our official website. And then on the right side of the screen, you can also check out our official YouTube page and PSN IDs for myself and Mike. I'm Drew M1788. And Mike is Noob Guru. Once again, we're the Level Up Show, gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. And I think it's about time we get into the level update. We good?
I'm good.
All right. Let's start off with Batman Arkham Knight. Was delayed a little longer than I think people were
Yeah.
expecting.
I wasn't thinking that. Didn't they say February originally?
I don't know if that was an assumption on our part or if they actually said
Yeah, I
February.
can't remember at this
I couldn't find them actually saying that. So
No.
it's almost like everyone just immediately assumed
Assumed
when
it
they
was
delayed
February.
it from October, it's like, oh, it'll be February, March, like
Right.
spring. Now we found out that it actually is not going to be coming out until June 2nd of 2015.
So
As I was
a lot
saying,
later.
a lot later. The game was originally announced during last summer for an October 2nd, 2014, but only like a month later, they already delayed it. And everybody immediately kind of thought, like, that's kind of weird. You would think only a month after announcing the game to delay it already. It's like, shouldn't you have known that the game was not ready for an October release? Now it's like, they had to know.
Right.
It's like,
it's not like there
this
was
is
even
almost like
thought.
a year delay.
Right, unless it was, hey, we don't need to release right away, and
Yeah.
people are okay with us waiting. why don't we add some more stuff that we
Yeah.
weren't going to add originally?
Yeah, because maybe they did plan for that March or February, but it's stacked. February, March is stacked.
Right.
And when I first saw this, I messaged you guys on Gmail and I was like, I'm happy. Because
Right.
now I can focus on The Witcher, The Order.
Like originally, like October, November was like death month for all of our wallets.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
everybody's. And then all of a sudden it was like February, March is death month for our wallets. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna be broke.
Yeah.
We're gonna be signing loans just to pay for the video games we want to get.
There's other ones too. Oh, Metal Gear Solid could be around that time.
Evolve.
Evolve. Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot.
stacked area, and Batman Arkham Knight was in that list until now.
Right.
So, but on top of that, we also found a little bit about the bundles that they're doing.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing the Arkham Knight Limited Edition. That one is going to be $100, and of course, in North America, that one will come with a custom 80-page art book, a limited edition steel book, and also Arkham Knight Number 0 comic book. They're going to be doing with that, and then a exclusive character skin pack, and finally the Batman Memorial statue. But even better than that, if you go for the Batmobile edition, which is $200, not cheap, but you get a really awesome transformable Batmobile.
It was either Greg or Dean.
The Batmobile edition?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it transforms. Like, it goes into
Right.
tank mode if you wanted to, and that's probably what the $100 is dedicated to, with the extra
100%.
$100.
And I think if you're a fan,
Yeah.
that's actually really cheap for that kind of statue.
Yeah.
$100 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have figurines. We have figurines.
Yeah, we got
everywhere.
figurines all over the place.
And you know
here.
how much some of especially the really nice ones cost.
Yeah.
So $100 for one that physically transforms. Let's think about it. This is really
Yeah.
not that bad.
Wasn't able to put it out here because it's a little big, but I have a Snake Eater, like, clothed Big Boss. It's a really nice figure. When it came out, I think it was $150. My brother got it for me for Christmas. That's up to like $350 now. It actually raised in price drastically because of its rarity, I guess. So yeah, these things are not cheap when they put a lot of time and effort into them. And thank you for the Twitch follow. Mark, is there any way you can check out who that was real quick?
That was, where's the name? Cam Jersey.
Cam Jersey, thank you for the Twitch heart/follow. We got to say both from now on. But go ahead, Mike. You're the next story.
That's fine. Did anybody tweet you yet, by the way?
Let's see.
Once again, guys, if you want to be in the running for a $10 PSN code, just follow us on Twitter at The Level Up Show. You can see it on the sign there. Level is spelled LVL.
Yeah.
Once you follow us, just tweet at us with hashtag Level Up, and you'll be in the running.
We've gotten like 8 new messages. So.
All right, guys,
Great.
we're gonna run it
Keep 'em
for
running,
just a couple more minutes, and then we'll be
We'll choose one, I guess.
Yeah.
At that time.
At that time, and
Okay.
like what? Well, at our when we pick.
Okay.
I'll get it in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, upgrade for digital purchase of Destiny. This is actually pretty cool. So people who got Destiny on the PS3 or Xbox 360 now have a ability to get the PS4 or Xbox One version for free.
Yeah. Awesome.
Which is really nice. Especially for, and I think that, I mean, it plays into a lot of the people that are still waiting, especially because it's right before the holiday.
Yeah.
They're hoping that people that are going to upgrade, they know that people probably won't buy it on the new system a lot of times. They'll just play it on the old one, and they'll be missing out on a lot of stuff that they have planned. So, for a limited time, anybody that purchases the digital version of the PS3, the previous gen, will be able to get it on next gen for free. Players have until January 15th. Next year to get the game for free, and even after upgrading, both systems will actually be able to play the game, and you'll be able to play the same account on both systems.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty sweet.
Let me just say, we're already at 186 people in the room.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in here and seeing the reboot of our show. Really appreciate that. Kristen, you've got the final story in this level
I am
update segment.
next.
Yes.
I wish I could sing, because I would sing everything in a song. Xbox One September update detailed. Once again, the Xbox One will have a major firmware update, as it does with every month. In October, some of the bigger additions include much improved staff functionality such as friends, messages, and achievements now being snappable. Also, there will be a live trending area, as well as the capability to stream live TV through SmartGlass if you own the digital TV tuner. And lastly, something to make all PS4 owners jealous. The September update will add support for DLNA media servers and MKV file playback.
That's such happy news. You have no idea, and I think so many people out there are so happy about this. That's such a big thing.
The silver lining here is, as we've said before, Sony is very quick to follow Microsoft when it comes to these kind of things, and I wouldn't be surprised if firmware 2.0 suddenly has MKV and DLNA support because they feel the pressure of Microsoft on the back
Right,
end.
and I'm fine with that. I mean, a lot of people are like, you know,
That's
they just copy
competition.
up. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. I think I'm okay with it. Everybody benefits now.
Definitely.
This is huge.
I don't have my giraffe down here.
Oh no. Do you want to go grab it real quick?
Yeah.
We're taking
go
we're
ahead.
taking calls.
Can I
We're gonna
just
take
say-
calls. Yep.
So,
Gotten-
Westfire, also known as Diary Jason / DJ, he sent me a giraffe in the mail, so I'm gonna go grab it.
Go ahead.
But I'm already back here. There I am with Ellie.
Yeah.
That was something I did months ago.
That's one of the reasons I chose that, was because it had a giraffe in it. Wow, that was quick.
Cool.
Ah!
Oh my god. Just realized this is far away for you guys, but
Yeah, I can't see who it is, but
It's fine.
it might not connect.
I'm not sure who B was anyway.
B, we're trying to connect with you right now, and if not, we will of course call you back. Doesn't look like I'm gonna call him back. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna call him back real quick. It always works better that way. See if we can get a hold of B
Just so you guys know, we're at 2:41.
Wow.
in like 20 minutes.
Here I
That's unbelievable. You
am.
guys are awesome.
We should just leave it there permanently.
Yeah.
The giraffe?
Yeah.
Is it blocking anything?
Oh, I think we're good.
We're good.
Thank you for the Twitch follow.
That's some really long legs.
It's a giraffe. Why?
This is me.
The legs are.
It's a giraffe, Mark.
All right, B.
This
I
is
don't know,
me.
man.
Look at my neck, and I have a tail.
All right, I'm gonna B. If you want to try again, please do.
Anybody else though?
Or anybody else as well. But in the meantime, I think we could probably give away our first PSN code if you want.
Yeah, we
Ow!
can. So guys, we're gonna do a random number generator. There's been a bunch of people that have tweeted at us hashtag the Level Up Show or just Level Up.
Also, thank you for the friend request.
Regardless, Mark is now gonna get a random number generator. We're gonna pick somebody.
Wow.
We'll DM you, and you'll be good to go. We're gonna give away 2 more throughout the night.
$30 in total, 3 $10 PSN codes. Guys, we are currently waiting for a Skype call. Mike or Mark, sorry, if you haven't already, could you post the Skype ID for everybody? I will say it as well. It is the Level Up
I
Show,
didn't know that.
spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces, guys. If you want to call on Skype, please do. We can talk about the new show layout. We can talk about Destiny.
I
You know,
think
there's a
Greg
lot.
should call in.
There we go.
Is it Greg?
B's trying again. Let's try him.
Let's see.
There we go. Hey, B, how you doing?
Oh, hey, how y'all doing?
Doing well, man. What do you want to talk about this evening?
I like that new setup y'all got. It's cute. I like your new setup.
Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
man.
We worked very hard on it, man.
Yeah, it looks real nice. Hey, when's Tokyo Game Show this year, anyways?
Thursday.
It is this coming week. Yeah, I think it's running from September 19th to 21st, something like that. They already had a pre-TGS conference where we found out about Persona and a new Disgaea and a new Ys. So there were some cool announcements there, but I think we have some more to look forward to. Maybe some Final Fantasy 15, maybe some Kingdom Hearts 3.
What about that new Metal Gear? Did they say when they're going to release that?
We don't have an official word on that yet, but the rumor right now is that it's going to be somewhere around March. But there is supposed to be some type of conference that Konami is doing where they're going to show off Phantom Pain in a bigger way. But it's not going to be playable, is what I'm hearing. It's only going to be a on-stage demo.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was reading something. They said they're going to announce 70 games. Did y'all hear that?
That wouldn't be. I mean, is it across PS4 or Vita as well?
I think it's supposed to be all of them, all systems.
Maybe across the PlayStation family, that could be
It's
possible.
still high, but
That's high.
I'm going to guarantee you right now. I'm going to say probably
Thank you for
50 of
Twitch
those are like indies.
Those little dings, guys, those are Twitch follows, so thank you so much. We will acknowledge those in just a moment after the call. But B, yeah, maybe a lot of those are going to be indie, I think, as Mike just said.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes, and we don't know a lot what is happening in Japan. They're so quiet over there,
and
so...
I think they have a lot of big news coming. I think a lot of these indie games are actually going to be geared mainly towards the Japanese
Yeah.
consumer, especially for the Vita.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a lot of
Oh,
indie
no.
games.
See, I don't think they're going to have any AAA titles at all.
You don't think so?
No, he was asking, I think.
Well, I think they will have... I really do think Final Fantasy 15 will be there.
I'm going to say we're going to probably see about 10, in my opinion.
Okay, you think about 10 AAA titles. They're going to announce new games for sure because PlayStation 4 in Japan has been lacking very badly so far. They haven't even been selling well in comparison even to Wii U over there. Persona was the first thing to really get people talking, and I think this week when they show off some new stuff, it's really going to help the PS4 in Japan.
Okay. And then I guess the last thing I was going to ask is I know y'all got your cute new setup and everything. What other plans y'all planning on doing as far as the show goes? You're gonna have like a certain add days that you do the show? Is it always gonna be Sunday or what?
Go ahead.
No, you want you.
I was just going to say that we've always streamed on Sunday, B. That's always going to stay the same, Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We do multiple playthroughs throughout the week every now and then, especially now with Destiny. Mike has been playing Destiny this week. We had a 12-hour stream on launch day on Tuesday for Destiny, and we're going to continue doing stuff like that for big events. But the plans in the future are even larger than that. Not even on the show necessarily, but even off Twitch content that we will eventually upload for you guys, whether it be going to a launch event and recording it from the Level Up show and putting it up on our YouTube. We've got multiple plans for the show in the future.
Okay. Well, I just want to let y'all know y'all are doing a really good job. It's a real nice show, and I just enjoy watching all of you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night, bud.
Have a good night.
All right. Good night. Bye.
We're fake gamers.
Yeah, apparently.
All right.
I will say, so I did do the giveaway winner now,
Yep.
and it's going to Dylan Soy.
Dylan
Dylan Soy.
I
Soy.
didn't mess up your last name, so check your direct message on Twitter. It's going to have your code in there.
Congrats,
You
bud.
win.
Congratulations, Dylan, for the first $10 PSN code. Guys, we're going to move on to our next level update, but first I think we should acknowledge our Twitch hearts / follows. I heard like probably a good 5 or 6 dings in there. Mark, could you read those off real quick for us?
Yes, in 1 second.
Yeah.
So we got Young Bull 88, Kennis, WFC, VM, Phantom X, Dylan Poops. I'm thinking
I have a feeling he's probably
I'm thinking
Dylan
he's a
Soy.
winner. Bobcorn, BobCon, 1988, and Ron Burgundy
Oh,
have all followed
very nice.
us.
That's like 8 Twitch hearts already, guys, and there's another one for
I
you.
can't remember his name, and I feel really bad. But remember the kid that won last week?
Yes.
Do you remember what his name?
Do I remember his name?
His actual name, like his real name?
I private
Was
messaged him and everything, but I can't think of it.
Mr. Rager was him. He
Rager.
said
Mr.
use it
Rager
towards-
was
he
him,
said
yeah.
use it towards Destiny.
Oh,
So that's pretty
awesome.
cool, man. We're glad we could help you.
Dave
We're glad we can help
joined
any
us.
of you guys out.
Dave joined us. He said everything looks so good. Great job.
Thank you so much,
Hey, Dave.
We're going to move on to our next story.
I was going to ask you a question.
Oh, okay. We high five a lot here. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Thank you for the Twitch follow.
I just
great.
wanted to.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, what
That's
are you gonna
my
ask?
favorite
No,
thing ever.
I wanted to ask how to ban someone on here again,
Okay.
just in case that need be.
Backslash ban if you need to. We try not to ban people, guys, but if you are clearly here to cause problems, then we might time you out. We might ban you.
So what is it again? Their name,
So you do backslash ban, then space, and then their name.
backslash, ban, space, your name.
We don't want to pull out the big hammer,
I
guys.
apologize, Tyler. I knew, and it was funny. I saw his name's actually on his Twitter.
Yeah.
And I knew it, like it was on the tip of my tongue. I'm sorry, but thank you. Congrats, bud.
And thank you also for the friend request. But moving on to our next level update, or never mind. You got a question?
Newbie2Pone wants to know why you should wear a knit cap indoors.
Because, man.
It just started, honestly.
It just started.
Well, I wore it for the one show in like December and January when it was like legitimately cold, and it just stuck as a thing.
He has a lot of stuff under that beanie.
There's
all
something
his
under
powers.
the beanie that we're not allowed to show off.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. You guys will never find out. Even if we dress up in suits, I think Mark will still wear that beanie.
And he will look awesome.
And he will look
Oh,
awesome.
God.
You will look awesome.
No, I'm gonna rock this.
Real quick, guys. Thank you to Boombaya, I on your 6, Open Ice DK, and the Bad Guy for Life for your PSN friend requests. We really appreciate those. So, rumors of Microsoft buying Mojang are spreading right now. If you guys don't know who Mojang is, they are the developers of Minecraft, a game that has sold 54 million copies and has been on the NPD results for like the last over a year.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Almost 2 years at this point. And me and you even gave into it finally.
Yeah, we did, and I want to play it. I only got in a little bit of time, but that'll be coming in next week. So this was according to the Wall Street Journal. Microsoft has been in serious discussions with Mojang and is very close to purchasing the developer best known for developing Minecraft, of course. Now, as I was saying, it sold 54 million copies. Therefore, the deal, it could potentially be at $2 billion. But on top of that, Reuters decided to comment on this as well, saying that it's probably going to happen tomorrow. We're going to hear about this whole deal that happened, and they're saying it's $2.5 billion.
Right.
It doesn't surprise me at all. When we have stuff like Pinterest and like Snapchat or whatever being bought for $20 billion and stuff like this, I actually am kind of surprised it's not higher. to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's a little lower than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, it's only one game for the most part.
Yeah, you're right. But the idea is that does it become a series that Microsoft makes exclusively now for Microsoft,
Right.
or do they realize that the money is
Well-
to release it on everything as they've always been doing?
Right. Well, why don't you keep going with the story? Because there's a little thing that I'm going to add on number 3.
Hey, girl.
Okay. Okay. About the Notch
Yeah.
specifically. Yeah, because he's been very anti-buyout. Like
He doesn't want to do that.
He doesn't want to do that. He's always resisted. So what happened? Why suddenly does it
Because
seem like this
it's-
could change?
It's more of a public company at this point. And so there's a board and everything like that, so he doesn't have the option to, as much of an option.
I'm gonna take this call because it's Dylan.
Okay.
Hey, Dylan, how you doing, man?
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you are on the Level Up show, Dylan. Is this Dylan Soy who won the PSN friend code? Or PSN code?
Yeah, this is me.
Nice.
I'm watching your live stream right now on my PS4.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Congratulations on winning the $10 PSN code.
I won it.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Alright.
Yeah, you won. We
what?
messaged you.
Awesome.
Yeah, check your
online
Twitter.
name's WookieWarrior_45.
Yeah, on Twitter we have direct messaged you, so just make sure you check that out and you'll see the PSN $10 code.
Oh, okay.
But what
Yeah,
else do you
I
want to
got
talk about
Twitter.
tonight, Dylan?
I just have a couple questions for about Destiny.
Okay.
Like I have the beta, or I did have the beta, but
You're good.
but how's the story?
Well,
I'm kind of wondering about the story.
Well, let's just comment
You see what
specifically
I'm
on the
saying?
story real quick. How are you feeling about
the
it?
story is terrible.
Terrible. That's what I hear. Yeah.
The story is so bad.
I hear it's very convoluted. It's
so
not told
it's
well.
not even convoluted. It's just so basic.
Okay.
It's so basic and not really thought out. But I feel like it's just more so pre-set up to the rest of the stuff that's going to happen in the game.
Okay.
That's what they make it seem.
Oh, okay.
And the game, I've been saying to people, the game is not about the story for the most part. For me and almost everybody else, the game is not about getting up to level 20. It's all about all the end game content and everything like that. So that's why I'm pretty sure that what's coming later is really going to shape the game more than what is in it now.
Yeah, because they already have announced expansion packs, and they're going to continue to expand on that in the
Right, they
future.
have weekly stuff, they have daily stuff.
Yeah.
There's challenge. I mean, there's so much to the game. So don't worry about that. The game,
Yeah.
the story is okay. It's not.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. Anything else, Dylan?
Yeah. Did you guys hear about Little Big Planet 3? How do you think? What do you think about that game?
Dylan, I might tell you to wait until a little later in the show on that one because I have a big story on a lot of the new Create features in Little Big Planet 3 that I'll be discussing.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Well, thank you. So, how do I get the PSN code?
You have to go on your Twitter, the one that you message us on, and you should have a direct message in your message inbox folder with the code.
Oh, okay. So I just look up you guys on Twitter.
No, all you got to do is you go to your Twitter, man.
If this is the same
Oh,
one,
okay.
Dylan,
tweet us.
If this is Dylan Soy, then yes.
Well, I'm Dylan Wattenbarger, not Dylan
no.
Soy.
This might be a different Dylan then, man. I don't know what your Twitter is, but check anyway just in case, but it might not be you. It might be another Dylan.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We got to head out, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, no problem, man.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you so much for calling in, Dylan. Sorry, where were you on your story?
I wasn't.
Okay, we just finished your story then.
No, we didn't get to my story. You were doing my.
Oh, we talking about, you were commenting
no.
on it though.
And we were saying about Notch, and Notch pretty much has said that if this happens, he's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he say that? I didn't hear about that at all. Okay.
Yeah, there was a thing that he was saying. If this happens, he's gone.
Okay. Yeah, he's been very anti this
Yeah,
kind
he
of thing.
doesn't
So.
like it. This is not his style, and it's not like anybody won't pick him up or he won't be able to do his own thing.
Thank you for the Twitch heart. Whoever just followed us, go ahead with the next story, Mike.
Activision makes back investment on Destiny in just one day.
That is true, and people were very skeptical about that because of the
Yes.
$500 million marketing
Yeah, it was
campaign.
huge. It was huge. So did you want to play the video for it?
Yeah, definitely.
I think you have to be a U.S. resident to get the code.
You have to be a U.S. resident, I'm pretty sure, don't
Yes.
you?
So you
Yeah.
should probably check to make sure.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
You're
you
probably
do.
right.
Yeah, you do because it's
No, you should check
US
with
We should check when we on Twitter
Yeah.
to make sure the person is a U.S. resident. But also, let's just say right now, guys, if you are applying for the PSN code, I'm sorry, but you do have to be an American resident in North America in order to get the code. So please don't tweet at us with hashtag level up unless you are from America, unfortunately.
Right.
But please still follow us, of course.
right. But anyway, so Activision CEO Bobby Kotick said on the game's immediate success, based on extraordinary audience demand, retail and first-party orders worldwide have exceeded $500 million for Destiny. This industry milestone, thank you, marks another, thank you again, blockbuster success for our company and demonstrates our unique ability to create some of the most successful entertainment franchises in the world. The success of Destiny, along with the recent introduction of Blizzard Entertainment's Hearthstone, is further validation of our unique capabilities to create great entertainment franchises from the ground up.
Yep.
I didn't know you want to read something or not. But anyway, so the $500 million sales could potentially mean over 8 million units of Destiny sold to retailers in the first 24 hours.
Unbelievable.
Now, again, this is also, we don't know if this is in-household. This is to
No,
retailers.
when it says sold to retailers, that does mean sold into retailers, not sold
Right.
through to consumers.
Right. Well, we don't know if it's sold. I mean, I don't know.
But to Activision, that doesn't matter.
Right.
They
already,
sold
they
these
made
copies.
their money back. So anyway, but the CEO of Activision published sorry.
No, keep going. Sorry, I'll ask your question.
He said, Destiny is officially the biggest new franchise launch in our industry's history. It's also the highest selling day one digital console release in history. We have more confidence than ever that Destiny will become one of the iconic franchises of this generation and Activision's next billion-dollar brand. Most importantly, it's just a great game which we can't stop playing. A big thanks to our incredibly talented team and partners who helped make this happen, and most importantly, our partners at Bungie.
Yeah, I mean, got to give it to like a Bobby
This is
Kotick.
nuts.
The guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got two blockbuster franchises now. They got Call of Duty and Destiny, both making probably 20+ million sales in the
Plus,
end.
they have Blizzard Entertainment. You have World of Warcraft.
They're just-
You have Diablo did pretty well. This
Yeah.
Hearthstone game is doing really, really well.
They know what they're doing. They
Right.
know what the audience wants, and they know how to market it.
Exactly.
So good on them. You know, a lot of people can hate on them all they want, but obviously they are doing something right when it comes to sales. You know, maybe not reviews necessarily. Like we've talked about, Destiny didn't quite review as well as some people maybe were expecting, but expectations were really, really high.
And there's something else to be said about that too. And
We'll
I'll
get
know
to that
if you-
later,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But Mark, real quick, we've gotten so many Twitch hearts. Could you try to read off a few of those?
Oh my god, it's gonna take a little while.
Alright, so we've got Brenton Nip, 11, Nevermore 4, Pokemon Pixie, Julie Pop, Braden Names, Gaming Nation, Laughing Man, XP is Fake, Cookie Bow 1, Country Boy 8011, Unseen Skate, Cool Kid Miles, and yeah, that's it.
How many people are we at in the room right now? Because, of course, when we get to 300, I should do Pterodactyl
I
Andrew.
have no idea, it doesn't tell me on here.
Okay. Well, you should update on the screen every now and
What was
then.
Dinosaur Team?
Dinosaur Team is 400.
At 400, we will be a Dinosaur Team.
Will that ever happen is the question.
It might happen tonight.
It might. But guys, real quick, also our PSN friend request. Thank you to Big Reaper, Bob Khan, Bubaya, Country Boy, Glorious Corius, On Your 6, Julio, Silverwolf, Open Ice DK, Rick 2001, and The Bad Guy for Life. And let's take a call from Dan Henry. Always a good guy to talk to. Dan, how you doing, man?
Hey guys, how you doing?
We are doing great. How are you doing?
I am wonderful. First of all, I have to tell you guys, well, congratulations out to you and Kristen on a new house. And
Thank you.
This setup is absolutely amazing. And I have to tell you guys, I'm going to talk to you about some games, but I wanted to tell you guys this first. This, I'm very proud of you guys. I really am. This is very personal for me because I've been watching you guys since the beginning, and I'm seeing you guys actually level up. Okay.
Exactly.
You know, I'm just seeing you guys progress, and I'm really, really proud of you. I cannot believe how far you guys. Oh my gosh, I see myself right there on that screen. I'm turning my face away from the screen. So,
I will change it for you. There you go. Back to the logo.
That's okay. But yeah, I am totally proud of you guys. And also, anybody watching the show for the first time, please come back and support these people. They are absolutely amazing. We've got Mike and Drew give us the most up-to-date information, and Kristen and Mark, they actually talk to you. You know, how many shows can you go to where people are actually talking to you when you want to post a question in the chat? So this is a real home show. I just love this place. So again, I'm really, really proud of you guys.
Well, Dan, we really
Dan.
appreciate that, and it kind of hits us a little emotionally, I think, because we've come so far with the show. You're right, and it started off, as I said, with Mike and I just sitting in the middle of a room holding up a sign. Literally,
Bogey
like
Show.
printed on a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper saying the Bogey Show, and now this is where it's gone. So it's unbelievable, and you've been with us for such a long time. So we really appreciate that, Dan.
Oh, thank you. I'm not going anywhere. Sometimes I do miss a couple of shows, but I just love this place, and I feel like I'm missing something every time I see the email come through saying the Level Up show is now online, and I can't get to the computer. So
Thank you so much.
anyway,
What else, Dan? What else is going on with you?
Well, I want to tell you guys about the indie games. Now I know they don't get the popular vote, and I've heard you and Mike talk about them a few times. And I have to tell you, for me. The indie games make it possible for me to play on my PlayStation. Sometimes I can't always drop that $60 for the latest AAA title. Like obviously Destiny is real hot right now. I just bought that new iPhone 6 Plus.
Oh, wow.
I don't have any more money for games, and it really kind of sucks. But, I think the indie games sometimes get a little underrated. Like I'm really rocking that Pure Pool game.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like that. It actually finds you a real person to play, and Outlast and the pinball games are great. Resogun is good, but these are like $10 games that make it easier for me, to keep playing on my machine. But I have to say that for me, it's just like there's no possible way that if I had to work only on AAA titles again, my machine would just be sitting there getting dust and gathering dust. For me, I'm trying to tell people, I know some of these games look pretty bad in terms of graphics.
Yeah, sometimes.
Some of them look like they came from the Atari 2600. But
that's not always a bad thing.
I think that if we support some of these developers, we're probably going to get a lot more good games out of them.
Let me tell you right now that we are in support of a really big game that we're going to be talking about later on. We're having the developer on the show, guys. Thomas Happ, the developer of Axiom Verge. It won the Best of E3 award at GameSpot, and we'll be having him call into the show later on to talk about this awesome-looking game, very 16-bit style, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's a great thing, in my opinion, to have that genre still alive in 2014. You know that Mike and I are huge supporters of the indie space, and not too long ago, when we were at the beginning of the show, I wrote an article about how 2 to 3 hour indie games are becoming some of my favorites because they often tell such a personal story, and they take risks, and they do things that AAA titles won't do, and I become personally invested in them. And I think that's really cool. So we're 100% in agreement with you there, Dan.
Right on. Well, hope we can get some more going. I have no problem pointing out. Of course, obviously, it's more affordable, but once again, I want to see the small developers bring some great stuff out. And the only way we're going to be able to do it is support them instead of ignoring their games. I think sometimes people look at prices too and say, "Oh shit, it's only a $10 game. It's probably no good," and that's not usually the truth.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Dan. Thank you so much again for all your compliments.
Thank you guys very much again. Hey, I love y'all. Hey, Greg. I know Greg is there, but he didn't make his special guest appearance. I hope he does. And I will talk to you guys next time.
All right, Dan. Thanks so much for calling in.
Bye, Dan.
Okay, later, man.
I'll see you.
See you, Dan.
Bye.
Oh my gosh.
Dan's the freaking man.
He is the freaking
so
man.
awesome.
Don't forget, guys, Blending with Henry. Go on YouTube and look up Blending with Henry. It sounds bizarre, but the guy does an amazing job with his YouTube channel reviewing blenders, and he's real passionate about it because he talks about all the drinks that you can make with this one, and he really breaks it down. He actually does a good thing with it.
Actually, I did know that, but Dan, our blender is a piece of crap. I was trying to make a smoothie the other day, and it wouldn't even crush the ice.
Yeah.
So I would like to know a good blender.
Yeah, so please look at Blending with Henry on YouTube. He's got his own YouTube channel, and also he's on Twitter as well.
I don't want to spend $200 on it though.
Kristen, you are up with this blue story right there.
I seriously want a new.
Thank you for the Twitch follow as well.
This is a funny name. It's called I Pooped Today ×2.
I feel like I've seen that guy before, but I could be wrong. We get a lot of poop guys in here.
That's fine with me.
Kristen loves poop jokes. So.
I love poop.
Sorry, could you read this story? Because we're going to fall behind.
Okay, Xbox One sales below already low expectations in Japan. Expectations were not high for the Xbox One in Japan. Both Xbox and Xbox 360 performed so terribly in the country that some wondering why Microsoft was putting in any effort at all with their latest console. We now know that during their first week, which lasted 4 days... Did I say that right?
Yeah, you're good. She's drinking too much, guys.
The Xbox One managed to sell 23,500 units. Let's put this in perspective. The original Xbox sold over 5 times that in 3 days, while the Xbox 360 sold almost 3 times that in 2 days. Expectations were already low, but it's safe to say that the Xbox One is dead on arrival in Japan. DOA. As for software, the 3 best-selling games were Titanfall, Kinect Sports Rivals, and Dead Rising 3. Titanfall did manage to move 22,500 units, putting it at an impressive 95% attach rate.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. That,
Now,
you gotta give that. I mean, 95% attach rate.
Was that one of the ones that was included with the console?
That's a good question. I don't know about that part. But, I mean, we all knew that it wasn't going to do well.
But not this bad.
No, not this bad. That's the
Not
truth.
this bad. Let's be realistic here.
Oh, man. Why did they even try? I don't know. Just focus on Europe and the U.S., and that's it. You got those spaces pretty well.
Yeah, but you want the Japanese people to like you.
All right, guys.
It was the heart of the
maybe they should
gaming
branch out to
community.
South America or something.
They are released. I don't know if it's happened yet, but they did have another 22 countries on their list. And I'm not sure if South America was a part of that, but I'm pretty sure that they have hit most countries now at this point. Japan was in that final tier.
Guys, Skype lines are open. We're getting a call from who is it?
Dylan again. Should we try and wait for another call, maybe?
Because we got
Dylan, we gotta wait for other calls because we try to talk to people we haven't talked to already.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for calling in earlier, Dylan.
Call in, son.
In the meantime, I could probably look and see what our PSN friend requests are, and keep an eye on the chat room for me, please. See if we got anything good.
DJ Westfire, I still owe you a story. I didn't forget. I'm sorry. Forgive me. This draft that I have here was a present.
Thank you for the Twitch follow.
From Westfire.
Here we go. We got Joey calling in.
There he is.
With his yellow hair. Joey!
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, Joe.
Come on, bud.
Welcome to the New Level Up show, man.
Dude, I love the new digs. It looks amazing.
Yeah? You like it?
Like, holy crap, it's so cool.
Thanks so much, man.
And dude, I try to do like a little, because I'm actually streaming like right now as we speak, and I have, I don't know, it was like 6 people in here, and I'm just like, guys, you should go check out the Level Up show and let them know Vonterra raised. And I saw 2 successful ones, so like, thank you to my stream who actually did that.
Yeah, guys, check out Vanterra. He streams often. He does some good stuff on Twitch, of course, so please check him out.
I don't know if I can actually have my camera. No, I can't because I'm already using my camera on Twitch. But what are you guys talking about today? What's going on?
You didn't even get Destiny, so we should probably skip over that. But we're gonna be talking about
Hyrule Warriors. Excuse me, like if I'm not good enough for you, then.
Well, I mean, you're missing out because I think like 8 million people bought it.
Yeah.
I know. I was watching my cousin play, and Destiny looks amazing. It looks so much fun. Like I might just break the bank and buy it anyway.
All right, but we will be talking about Hyrule Warriors later, so look forward to that and maybe call in at that segment.
All right, cool. Definitely will.
What did you say you're playing right now?
Right now I'm playing RE4 because like Capcom had a crazy sale on Steam, so I'm doing RE4. Actually, no, right now I'm going to be doing The Walking Dead because I just finished RE4.
Oh, and you're still on the first season of The Walking Dead, correct?
Yeah, I know. There's too many feels. There's too many feels in that game.
Right, man. How far are you? What episode are you on?
I think I'm only like in the middle of episode 3 right now.
Ooh, man, just wait until 4 and 5, man. Just wait.
Oh, dude, I don't even.
Cry manly tears.
I think I saw that too.
You did see. Oh, we're at 300. Joey, I'm gonna have to pause you for 1 second while I do Pterodactyl Andrew.
Pterodactyl Andrew. Ow!
300 guys. Pterodactyl Andrew, right in front.
In front of the room. Terrifying.
That is so. It's much better for them now.
Oh my god.
That was awesome.
How do you feel about that?
That happens. All right, sorry. I'm lightheaded. Oh my god. I need to drink. Hold on, man. All right, Joey, RE4. So I guess you're streaming that through the PC, right?
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. Like playing RE4 at 60 FPS is like a different experience, man.
Nice. Yeah, are you looking forward to? I think it's the new Revelations, right? They announced the second one.
Oh,
Revelations 2.
Oh, yeah. Revelations 2.
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, yeah, you're going to be playing as Claire Redfield.
Yeah.
And it looks like really dark, but I don't know, Capcom seems like they keep managing to screw up Resident Evil when they like do something.
You're a hardcore Resident Evil hater lately.
I want it to be so good. Like 4 was awesome, and then 5 happened, and then 6 happened.
5 wasn't terrible.
And
it really
Revelations was supposed to be like really good, and it's like, all right, well, I want Revelations to be good, and I really do, and it's really cool that we're playing as Claire again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not going to like get my hopes up for like Revelations 2 to be awesome. I guess.
I mean, I guess the thing was freaking, like, I loved Resident Evil 4 because, like, that was the last Resident Evil game that had, like, its grittiness and its darkness, and that's what we wanted to see. 5, like you said, like, it just didn't really have that Resident Evil feel to it. If it wasn't Resident Evil, then it would have been a great game. 6, I don't want to talk about 6. Let's not talk about 6.
So,
and Revelations, you know...
I was going to say, at Tokyo Game Show, do you think there's a possibility, even with Revelations 2 being revealed, that we will finally get at least an announcement on Resident Evil 7?
Yeah, probably something, some little teaser trailer or something. Like, it's not the last you've seen of Jake, but like for Revelations, considering it was a 3DS exclusive, at first, I think it did really well with it. Like I, was running out of ammo. I was scared. I was dying a lot, and that felt like Resident Evil to me.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, Joe. I think we're falling so far behind tonight, but it's good. It's fine. We're getting a ton of calls. We're getting a ton of comments. It's great, but we got to move on.
All right, guys.
Thanks so much for calling, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
All right, later, guys.
See you, bud.
That's our buddy Joe.
Okay, so I think we'll move on to our third segment. Let me switch over to our videos. So, guys, we got news. GTA 5 finally has a release date. Finally. It took a really long time to find out about this. We keep getting questions over and over again, but we now know officially that Grand Theft Auto 5 will arrive on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on November 18th of 2014, and the PC version will come out on January 27th, 2015. It comes out next year for some reason. Now it's going to feature a range of major visual and technical upgrades to make Los Santos and Blaine County more immersive than ever. In addition to increased draw distances and higher resolution, players can expect a range of additions including new weapons, vehicles and activities, additional wildlife, denser traffic, new foliage system, and enhanced damage and weather effects. Much more included on top of that. Now, these last bunch of features I think are really cool. It's going to feature enhanced radio selections with over 100 additional new songs. There you go there on the screen. You can see November 18th, pre-order now, and also coming to PC. All players will also, who pre-order the game, will get $1 million in-game bonus cash to spend across Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. New exclusive content awaits for players returning from PS3 and Xbox 360. They want to make sure that they don't neglect those guys that bought it originally, and they want to try and bring them over to the PS4 and Xbox One. So those guys are going to get rare versions of classic vehicles to collect from across the Grand Theft Auto series, such as the Dukes and the Dodo. And then finally, there are some enhancements to Grand Theft Auto Online, including an increased player count to 30 players, all existing gameplay upgrades, and Rockstar created content released since the launch of Grand Theft Auto will be included with the Xbox One and the PS4 version at launch. So that's great news.
It is. I sent you something. You should check it out. Well, I'm on the computer real quick.
How?
On GChat.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Hold
What's
on
going on?
I will open up my GChat for you. Okay. Oh, what do you got?
I'm scared for my husband.
It's
Not loading. That's a little disappointing.
There are a lot of Twitch ads on here, though. Jesus. You guys have been busy. That's a lot of Twitch hearts right there.
Look at that.
Oh, there we. It's a.
What is it?
What is it, Drew?
Let me just pull it up real quick.
There's something about a bet going on. Something bad is about to happen. You chose poorly.
GTA 5, November 18.
What's up top, Drew?
So for those not initiated,
A countdown of 62 days.
Earlier this year, Andrew and Mike made a slap bet about when GTA 5 would be released for the PlayStation 4.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the thing, wasn't
Andrew
it?
said it would be released in September.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Mike said it would be after September.
I think you chose poorly, Andrew.
I think you're probably right. I did choose poorly. I didn't. Oh, this is actually happening? And you're going to make me wait for it?
It's a slap bet.
What does the time say, Drew?
It says 11/18/2014. 62 days,
Oh my god,
2 hours,
it's
and
going to
20
be
minutes.
11:18 p.m., isn't it?
No.
Is that when you're going to slap him?
No, he's waiting until the 18th, which is... Is that our anniversary?
No, I'm going to do it. You'll see.
You're going to make me wait, though.
Oh, you're going to wait.
All right.
It's like how I met your mother.
All right. I'll take it. I lost the bet. I'll take it. I'm not going to dispute this.
Slap me in the face.
I'm not going to dispute this. You won the slap bet. Therefore, I will take the slap like a man.
She slap me. I'll take it like a man.
You don't want that.
I'm actually surprised you're not slapping me right now, but this is kind of worse,
He
actually.
might be lying.
It is a little worse.
He might be lying. He could do it any second.
So
Right.
No, he better not. He officially announced a countdown, so he better wait until the countdown. That would be the appropriate thing to
It's
do
the
in this
final
situation.
countdown.
So,
All right.
we do have 2 more $10 for PlayStation codes to give away tonight. Just tweet hashtag level up to at the level up show, spelled LVL. And we'll add you onto the list, and we'll do another drawing shortly.
We'll do
We'll do
another
the second
drawing
drawing out of the 3. First one was already given away tonight.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Why'd you give me these?
Because you wanted me to. You wanted me to switch something. But real quick, guys, we've got a lot of Twitch hearts. I like to acknowledge our follows. So could you please go on your Moobot?
oh god, there's so many.
There are so many.
Ugnut, Black Dragon 586. Hi there, Jim Harold. Swipe 1, Team 600, Dead vs. Light, Down Low Mojo. That's nice.
A lot of good names.
Akritas, Alex's Blonde 98, Brano Up, and N71M1.
Interesting.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys. Those were our Twitch hearts / follows, whatever you want to call it. But real quickly, guys, we're above 300 right now. We should definitely take the opportunity to thank you guys for coming in. We're the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the new digs, as Joey called them. So we hope you guys are enjoying everything. If you are enjoying the show, please make sure that you follow us on all the devices. Go on twitch.tv / the Level Up Show and make sure you heart or follow us, as that guy just did. Who was that, Mark?
It hasn't updated here yet.
Okay.
Look at my arms.
Not say it then. But guys, make sure you heart just the way that guy just did. Go on Twitter at the Level Up Show. Level spelled LVL. Make sure you follow us. Go on Facebook.com / Level Up Show and like us. Check out our official website, thelevelupshow.com. And very important, go on YouTube.com / Level Up Show. Level spelled LVL. All of our episodes are archived on there. This will go up on there tomorrow, of course, for you guys to check out if you missed anything, as well as other mini segments that we do on the side. And then if you guys appreciate what we've done with the show, we put a lot of effort into this. If you want to help us in improving the show even further from what we just did, please go on streamtip.com /t / the Level Up Show and donate whatever you see fitting, but please feel no obligation to do that. It's only if you really appreciate what we have done with the show. And finally, add us on PSN. I am Drew M1788, and Mike is the Noob Guru.
The noob guru.
All right, you're up, Mike, with the next story.
We love these.
We always do.
The August 2014 MPD results have come in, and for hardware, up 116% over last year. The PS4 is the #1 console for the 10th month in a row.
That is true.
And the PS3 and PS4 once again above 360 and Xbox One.
When you join them together as
Right,
teams,
as
yeah.
a team, yeah. Software in general is down 21% over last year.
A little surprising considering that hardware sales are up 116%.
But you gotta remember what games were out.
Yeah.
So you have, and Madden, people are not really big. There's been a lot of
Destiny will, I think,
games.
change that next month.
Right. I think a lot of people were holding back for Destiny too. But anyway, so that being said, though, this is weird. I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
The Xbox One software has nearly doubled
Since last month. Not sure what caused that to happen, but
It's cheating, I think.
you think so?
They introduced the buy the Xbox get a free game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're probably right.
I think it's
that would totally explain doubling.
I think it's cheating, so I don't think they count for that. But anyway, Madden 15 has been #1. Diablo 3 is #2. Minecraft is #3. It did release on the PS4. Surprisingly, though, it's bigger on the PS3 and 360.
Well, that's because this month did not include that. So this is not even including
That's
PS4.
so weird.
Yeah, that game is a monster.
But Last of Us was on there again.
Yeah, good for you.
But then Call of Duty Ghosts, Lego Marvel Superheroes, and Plants vs. Zombies a little disappointing. It's a good game, and it lost out to Ghosts, which has been out for months at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch Dogs, Battlefield 4, and the Lego Movie video game, which is a weird addition.
Next month will be interesting. I really wish that we could actually get numbers in these software updates each month, because I'm really curious to see what Destiny sells next month. We know that it's probably going to be above 10 million for sure, but I wonder if they could get closer to 15. Really, for a new IP, that would be unbelievable.
That would be huge.
Definitely. Kristen, you are up with the final story in this.
It's the final story.
That is true.
Is it about? Is it about
No, it's not.
Destiny?
No, but people should look forward to Destiny if you haven't already.
It's not about Destiny. All right. Vita. Oh, the Vita.
Yeah.
The Vita. You don't even know where yours is, probably.
I do. It's in my basket upstairs.
Oh, it's a Civ. Oh, man. Vita will no longer receive first-party titles like Uncharted. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It's no secret that the PS Vita has been struggling to sell since its launch. So much so that some game viewers... Ugh.
You are really drunk right
No,
now.
I'm not. So much so that
No,
some
God.
gamers wonder if Sony will stop supporting the handheld. In an interview with Eurogamer, Sony insists that they will not give up on the machine. It's trucking along. Sony UK's chief said, it's currently in year-on-year growth and enjoying a healthy year. And it's about to hit its biggest and potentially most powerful release of the year, which is Minecraft.
Of course.
That could be an extraordinary release for Vita. When asked about games like Killzone and Uncharted coming to Vita in the future, Gara responded, probably not. But what we are excited by... You messed up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But what we are excited by
Not loud, Andrew.
is the number of games we can take to the platform that have been created for other platforms. There is a perception that Vita is fading away. I can absolutely assure you that that's not happening. It's proving remarkably resilient. We entered the peak season very optimistic about hitting similar or bigger numbers to last year. So we feel like we are in good shape, but they're just saying that.
They are and they aren't. I think that the Vita does well for them in a certain regard. I don't think they really care that much about hardware sales because software does so well on it, and they don't need to put a ton of money into. Bobby, we are streaming, but you probably don't know that. Bobby just asked us on Skype. But what I was going to say is that the software does actually decent for them, and they don't need to invest in first-party stuff because the indie stuff is doing really well. The stuff that is cross-buy
And
does really well.
AAA, they were sometimes almost losing money.
Yeah, exactly. They're investing all this money into something that doesn't really pay off for them. But the thing is, like, they weren't really making much money on hardware, if at all. But they are making money on software. So I think they're just going to let the attachment rate grow, which was already above like 10. It's ridiculous. The Vita has a really high attach rate. So I think they're just going to bank on that. Keep letting these ports go over to it, and unfortunately, we are no longer going to see like Killzones and Uncharted and Infamous and stuff like that on the Vita. So, little unfortunate. If you have the time for it, you can. All right, guys, we are now live on Skype again.
Skype it up.
Skype it up! It is
Jay,
the Level Up
You
Show.
can't tell me what to do.
Spelled exactly how it
Mark it
sounds,
up,
no
Skype.
spaces.
You can ask though. I
It's on
might.
Skype. He did it.
There you guys go. So please call in before we move on to our last story segment in preparation for a really big call from, as I was saying, Thomas Happ later on after this news story segment.
Woo! Boosh. That should be our new word. Boosh.
That kind of is.
That is our new word. We've been saying it for
Boosh.
weeks.
Who's that, Derek?
I don't say boosh.
No, it's
It's a joke.
See if we can get a hold of Derek here. Come on. Come on, Derek. Come on through.
Derek felt the pressure. He said he needed to step up his top.
Oh my god, what did you guys do to your place?
Oh my God! You are God. Wait. Do you know that you're on video right now?
Yes, I figured I can't go back.
Okay. we enjoy
Oh my
seeing you,
god,
Derek.
I'm sorry for appearing so late.
No, it's fine,
Oh,
man.
we love it.
It's fine, man. So what is going on? How do you like the new digs?
Oh my god, a lot. I just, so, as always, you have your question for the week, but, me and Mike were talking, and I think we ought to do an experiment.
Okay.
Alright, so with Aliens Isolation coming out, I was wondering if there was, like, any, like, 80s horror movie, like, games you would like to see go in the haunted house direction, kind of like that.
Okay. Well, I think it's really cool that we have Until Dawn coming out later on, probably next year, because that pretty much is like an 80s B horror movie made into a Heavy Rain style game. Horror-wise, I'm trying to think, like, the ones that I'm thinking of I don't think work. Like, Nightmare on Elm Street doesn't work. Friday the 13th doesn't work. Halloween doesn't work.
I know mine, 100%.
Go ahead, say it.
Chucky.
Chucky? Okay.
Oh my
Child's
god.
Play. You mean Child's Play.
Child's Play,
So many people call it Chucky. Come on, it's
I know.
Child's Play.
All right. Sorry.
Well, we know him for Chucky.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Derek, while I think, what about you? What is your 80s horror movie that you want to see?
I would really like to see Freddy, but
Okay.
I know the kid going inside of me is going like, they need to make a Scooby-Doo game.
Scooby-Doo.
Just for giggles.
That would just feel like Luigi's Mansion to me in a lot of ways.
I'd be okay with that.
I would be okay with that too. I
Can you
completely
imagine
agree.
if Nintendo picked that up? That would be awesome.
But now that he kind of brought back up Freddy, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, they could make this work.
You could go into different dreams.
Yeah, exactly. The game would just be multiple nightmares, and like you could just do really ridiculous stuff, and really like, you know how PT was with like the really like bizarre realities and stuff like that. They could do all different crazy stuff. Yeah, what door? Yeah, you go to the mirror, scream, Lisa. Because that's what you gotta do. Lisa,
You're tearing me apart. Anyway, that's what they should make, a room game.
Well, you guys are having a special guest tonight.
We are having a special
So
guest
you can
tonight.
pitch an idea.
But real quick, Kristen, she didn't get to say it last week. She wanted to tell you that you have the.
I know, I heard, and whoever picked out the couch did a really good job.
Oh, it's a really nice couch. I agree. I really enjoy it. But yeah, I would have to say Nightmare on Elm Street. Now that I think about it, Mark, do you have an idea on what you would go for?
Jeez, I mean, Freddy is pretty much it.
It makes
I
sense.
think,
Yeah.
like, that's the only one I could think of that would like actually like really work.
I want a Monster House game.
You know what would be really cool? Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead would
Oh
be sick.
my god.
Evil Dead.
Not the new one, the old one.
Balls to the wall.
The old one, exactly. Mike has another one for you too.
Can you imagine this game? You know how they used to have like Friday, like especially during like October, they have it like Friday Night Horror Nights.
Yeah.
And different channels would do like old school horror movies. Imagine a game where you take place of a character who gets sucked into the TV and you have to fight your way through different levels of each horror movie.
Okay.
Pus-filled Scab. Why did
Oh my
you
god, I would
get that
pay
movie?
it for that.
Definitely.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns.
Oh my god.
I hate clowns so much.
Did you
Oh my
ever
God.
see that movie?
No. Is it bad?
Don't.
Trolls.
Is that as bad as Leprechaun?
They are killer clowns and they are from outer space.
Yes, they are.
Like it's. Yeah, I watched it once as like a joke with friends, and
I wonder if Kristen would have one on this one. Kristen, a horror movie that you think would make a good game. Can you think of anything?
Horror movie. Oh, that one that was really disturbing.
Which one?
The one that we saw with your cousin. The
Like-
one with the kids in the woods and like.
Oh, Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
No, that's a new one.
Cabin in the Woods was hilarious.
Well, who cares? It's still horror.
And
I
that pretty much is Until Dawn.
Right.
That pretty
Right,
much
no,
is
that's
Until
what it
Dawn.
is. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, so you're right. That would make
no,
sense.
that's a perfect game.
That was really
It's
creepy.
such a good movie. I
That was
love
such a
Joss
creepy
Whedon.
movie.
It was.
Joss
creepy.
Whedon is so good at it.
What is this?
Derek, thank you so much
Yes.
for an awesome question. You always deliver the
Right.
best. Oh, what do you have
Thank
there?
you. What I have here is a certain device that we are going to experiment with.
Okay.
Mike, all this week, has been trying to launch Titanfall.
Okay.
So we are going to see if we can launch Titanfall
Through
from
Skype.
my TV.
Okay, here we go. Let's try this out. Mike, go ahead.
Wait, let me turn it up.
Here we go. This is awesome.
Okay, you're good. Let's try it.
Xbox launch Titanfall.
I got nothing.
Damn it.
You gotta slow it down. You gotta do
Xbox launch Titanfall.
Still nothing.
Damn it.
All right.
Xbox snap TV.
Nope.
All right.
well,
you guys are all liars. I said that works. It doesn't work at all.
Oh well.
Well, experiment failed, I guess.
Experiment failed. We'll try some other experiment.
All right, Derek. All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Here on Drew.
See you, bud.
See ya.
See ya. See ya.
I like that though. That was a good experiment.
Now, can you imagine though? Like my latter idea, I think would be way more entertaining. Imagine having to fight through every horror game.
We got an appearance. Somebody is joining our show.
That's so weird.
Batgirl's here.
That face.
Batgirl's here.
That's totally a Superman pose. That is not at all bad.
Oh man!
All right.
God.
Moving on to our fourth segment for level update. Got some video to play with this one, of course. Final Fantasy XIV is going to have a few expansions coming out in the future, One of them being to add the gold saucer from Final Fantasy VII. You're going to see the opening CGI to that right here. Now, if you guys don't remember, the gold saucer was the awesome amusement park that was in Final Fantasy VII that you could go to and play basketball and all other types of mini games. It's going to be a lot larger than that in Final Fantasy XIV, but I think it's really cool that they're going back to like the roots. Like, you know, they're bringing back like nostalgia and stuff like that for Final Fantasy XIV, guys. Stuff like this is what makes me want to actually play that game so badly. If it was only free, I could, you know, well, buy it, and free to play per month. I would totally jump in on that just to try stuff like this out. But on top of that, besides just the gold saucer, a fan favorite from the Final Fantasy series is called Triple Triad, and it was a card game. It was a card game from Final Fantasy VIII that just kind of took off. It was so addictive, where you kind of, in the game, you would go around the entire world, and there was a lot of characters that you would press square when you talk to them, and you would either begin a game or they would give you cards, and it became, I think there's like probably a good 300 cards in the game, like one for all the different kinds of monsters, one's for the summons, and there it is right there, guys, Triple Triad. I think they had Tetramaster in Final Fantasy XI, which was Nine's card game, but everyone likes Triple Triad more. That was the favorite of the card games with Final Fantasy. So you'll be getting that sometime in the future, guys, with Final Fantasy XIV, and it's so addictive, it's so fun, and hopefully you can play online against each other even. Already?
I think she had to make an appearance.
She did.
Right.
Just an appearance.
Do you want the last story? Because I was actually thinking you know more about this next one than I do.
Okay.
So if you want, I'll read the blue, and then you can read that one if you're okay with skipping the last news story.
You can skip me.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm going to go into this. Super Smash Bros. Wii U release date has potentially been leaked. Through a tweet by user Blue Dries Buster, a leaked image of reservation card was posted online. As seen here, the image lists the game release date of November 21st for 2014 on the Wii U. However, the reservation card also says game release date subject to change. However, November would fall into Nintendo's original claim that the game was released in winter of 2014. And on top of that, another leaked image shows what seems to be a 3DS connection to the Wii U, where the handheld can be used as a controller for Smash Brothers. And since the game
that's also seen on the TV right there.
Right. So since the game is also used on the 3DS, there are potentially many connectivity features, kind of similar maybe to PlayStation All-Stars.
Maybe, yeah, that would be pretty cool. I hope that they do some cool stuff with that. November makes sense. You know, Super Smash Bros., whenever it releases, it doesn't really matter. It's going to do insanely well on the Wii U. Yeah, and I had 3DS as well. So I think that's a good time period for it. But finally, I said earlier that I would talk a little bit about Little Big Planet 3. There was some news that recently leaked, thank you for the friend request, via NeoGAF, courtesy of a user called Creaking. So thank you to him for all this information. I want to acknowledge that. But first off, we got something called Collectables. And they're going to appear in the form of a currency that can be used to buy costumes. However, I think this is really cool. They're also usable by creators as well as a form of in-level currency, such as experience points. So anybody trying to make an RPG could use this as their currency, which is really cool. Tyson, I will call you back in just a moment. And on top of that, you also have something... Nope, Pete wants to talk. All right, let's try. See if it works.
We gotta get through these. Dude.
Hey, Tyson, how you doing, man? Tyson, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. You were on the Level Up show, man. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, man.
Well, this week, what did you get Destiny? We could talk about that. Did you play something?
Nah, I did not.
No, you did not. Okay, what are you playing right now on your PS4 this past week?
Actually, I'm watching right now.
No, in general.
In general, like what have you been playing this past week?
Call of Duty, I guess.
Call of Duty, okay. Are you excited for Advanced Warfare then?
Yes.
Now, does it strike you as, like, the vibes they're going for, this kind of Titanfall feel, that doesn't worry you at all?
A little.
A little bit, okay. But it does have Kevin Spacey, so that's enough.
I was kind of hoping that, like, there's some parts that bring back the natural Call of Duty feeling.
Maybe. I don't know. This looks like a pretty drastic departure, actually.
It's also a completely different studio, so they've never done a Call of Duty before.
Very true,
so
yeah.
They have their own take on it. So.
Yeah, this is Sledgehammer, which did the Dead Space series. But you know what? The stuff that we've seen so far does look really cool. It's just all about that balance, and if they're able to take those new mechanics, such as the boost and the high jump and all those crazy new futuristic things, and they're able to balance them to work in multiplayer mode.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm sorry, Tyson. We've got to move on. We're running behind on the show this evening, but thanks for calling in, man.
Yep.
See you later.
We're always running behind.
We're always running behind, but
Very
today we have to reach
Hey,
a certain
Bogey,
point.
come here, boy. Come here, boy.
What time is it anyway?
Come here, boy.
Time for you to get a watch. Sick
Alright, I think we're okay,
bird.
actually.
11:15.
Yeah, we're okay actually. So going on as far as new Little Big Planet 3 create mode details, we also have water no longer being this global thing. The way it worked in Little Big Planet 2 is that you would pretty much adjust a bar that would raise the water level at lower across the entire level. Now supposedly you have localized water, so you can create like a pond, or you can create some crazy Rube Goldberg experiment where water, tilts out of a cup and lands into something, and the gravity of the water falling into that causes something to happen. So now it's much more dynamic. It's not just this water level that raises and lowers in the level. On top of that, we now have an interactive live sensor, which allows people to know if they're streaming. Like the creator can know if someone's streaming, and those people watching via the stream are now able to interact with the level through this sensor in some way.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know exactly what that means, but the creator has...
The fact that you can interact in general is
Yes.
actually a pretty cool feature of that.
Very cool feature. There is a new animation-based tool called the Character Rotation Tweaker. This is my favorite of them all, apparently allowing for top-down gameplay. Similar to what you would see in Zelda, the old ones, the old Final Fantasies. Because you remember how people would try these crazy things to rotate the camera and make it look like you were doing a top-down level, but actually you were actually walking up the wall and stuff like this. Now they've just made it easy for you. You now have a control-inator, which allows you to change the perspective so you can do top-down RPGs, and then you can use the currency mode now to create experience points. So guys, create an RPG in Little Big Planet 3. Finally, you can now create and track quests in Little Big Planet 3 using something called the Organizer-tron. So that's cool. And on top of that, there's just an array of new features, many of them decoration tweaks when related to fog, water, fire, and also options to change physics on objects. Sometimes you don't want an object to react realistically in a physical way, so you can actually turn off the physical properties of objects and stuff like that. So a lot of cool stuff coming Little Big Planet 3. So I'm excited about it, and I might get it. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, there's so many things coming out, and there's still so. I mean, you've been so busy. I don't even.
And I'm falling behind. Yeah.
Right. So there's a good chance of my phone wayside, but it's definitely worth picking up. Right?
Yeah. Anybody who hasn't tried the Little Big Planet series, this feels like it's going to be the ultimate
right?
Yeah, edition of it with more gameplay features and create mode features than ever before. So we can take calls now because we actually have a little bit of time before Thomas Happ. Well, I think we'll call him actually.
Yeah.
Why don't you acknowledge your comments for a second? I just want to make sure that I have the Skype ready to go for time.
I get the next code.
Did anyone watch The Leftovers?
Yeah, seriously.
Are we allowed to discuss The Leftovers?
Not with spoilers, but yeah, what's going on with the PSN friend code or $10 code?
The next one's going to be after we're done the interview.
Okay.
So guys, within the next 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So guys, you can Skype in actually, if you want. If you want to put the Skype into the chat.
Already did.
There's a lot of anti-Destiny talk. That's like mostly
really.
It's like I get the backlash. There's a lot of people that don't understand what the type of game Destiny was supposed to be in the first place.
Yeah.
And so they just
I thought Destiny was like something everyone was so excited about.
There are a lot of people
who don't like it now.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they don't understand what the type of game is. They're the same type of people that they were like level 18, like, oh, I'm almost level capped. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Not realizing that the game really doesn't start until after you hit the technical level cap. The game wasn't about the story. The game was more so about leveling up, getting experiences, and being social. A lot of these people are playing by themselves and thinking that that's the thing too.
Oh, so a lot of people are disappointed.
There's a good amount of people disappointed. So
yeah, but I mean the Metacritic is what, like mid-7s I think right now.
I didn't even look at the Metacritic. I didn't look at any reviews. There's a few review sites that personally I like in general, and the fact that they haven't posted a review strengthens my appreciation of those sites in general, just because they knew not to review right away.
Yeah.
It's an MMO. It's not meant to be, something that you review, that you play through in 2-3 days, like a lot of these people do.
Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I've been obsessed with it. Like I can't
Will
get
he
away
like
from
it?
I think he'll like it for the leveling up aspect, but I think there's gonna be other games that like when they come out, he'll be for right now with what's coming out.
Yeah.
I think it'll be his number one.
Let's take a call from Chris. How you doing, man? You're on the Level Up Show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing great, man. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Destiny. I love it. It's awesome.
There you go. So
I don't understand
positive.
I don't understand all the people in the chat who are bashing it.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Now, what specifically, though, are you enjoying about Destiny?
I think the mechanics are great, and the controls are very tight. Everything, I mean, it works exactly as you expect it to. And graphically, it's amazing. The game's beautiful.
I hear the score is really great as well by Marty O'Donnell.
The score is very good. It's a little disappointing that all the crap that happened with them and everything like that, they won't be able to work with them, from here on out. But that's like one of the best parts of the game too.
Yeah, definitely.
The score is so good. There's so many parts where you're like, I want this.
Yeah, it's almost disappointing now that we know Marty O'Donnell has left. That Destiny 2, whenever that comes out, I'm sure it will retain some of the main parts of the score, but they're going to have some new composer kind of adding on to that. And we all love Marty O'Donnell from the Halo series. He does an amazing job, and it sounds like he did a really great job with Destiny as well. But Chris, what level are you?
I'm 14 right now.
So you haven't reached that.
So you haven't even hit the part that, once you hit 20, believe it or not, that's when the game really opens up and you get so much more out of it.
To the surprise of what a lot of people are saying, because everyone's kind of saying like, oh, the level cap is 20. I can't believe the game's going to end in no time. But there's a lot more to the game than I think some people are realizing if you put the work in.
Right.
It has an end game. It does have.
It's an MMO. People aren't understanding that it's an MMO. A lot of people are thinking that it's just a typical shooter. They're used to Bungie making Halo game, where Halo was definitely 100% all about the style of story. You're building a Master Chief character and these vast different worlds that were different than the last one you played. But this is an MMO. In MMOs, you play a lot of the same areas over and over again. You grind a lot. That's what an MMO is. It's a lot of grinding. It's a lot of social connectivity and playing together with other people. So this it sounds like you like it. And I think you're gonna, once you get to 20, I think you're gonna like it even more.
Yeah. I hope so. I really hope that people come around on it a little bit once they realize the content that is there. They release the expansion packs. As I said, I've only touched it for like 30 minutes, but I have high hopes for the game, and I hope that it delivers on that. And let's not forget, this is the first in the series, and the series will probably only grow and get better as the new iterations in this franchise come out. So it's obviously going to do well for them. They're not going to give up on it. They're going to push harder, if anything, to make the game better. So I think just people need to keep their heads up and push through any kind of doubts that they have right now.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. But I keep trying to jump in your games, but they're always private. So
yeah,
I've had to make my friends list private.
Yeah, because we get a lot of people trying to jump in the game sometimes since we have enormous friends quest.
So we'll have you can only do fire teams of 3.
Yeah.
And so we'll have like a 4th, 5th person jump in, and stuff like that. It's like you have to. I mean, if you want to play with me at this point, send me an invite, because just jumping into my game randomly, to be honest, is kind of rude.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, we'll jump into your game rather than you jumping into ours.
Right,
yeah.
right. If you want to play, send me an invite. I'll invite if I have the room for you. I'll invite you in. I don't mind playing with. I love playing with the viewers. I played with so many people this week.
Nice.
Every time I played, I didn't play by myself once.
Nice.
So.
So Chris, we'll try to keep an eye out for you this coming week, especially me, since I'm going to be playing it for pretty much the first time.
All
right, man. Thanks so much for calling.
I'm probably gonna re-roll another pack too. So.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, man. See you later.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Let me acknowledge a whole bunch of. God, we've gotten so many Twitch hearts and ads. Yeah, I mean, there's like 40 here. I mean.
So you can read them quicker, is what you're saying.
I'm just gonna go through all of them, just because I'm gonna do it quickly. Pretty much, yeah. We got Dave Longevity, Ron Burgundy, Bob Kahn, Ken, AWFC, Unseamed, Cool Kid Miles, Country Boy.
Oh my god, wait. I just said the couch becomes a Greg instead of a bed.
We got X Please Fake, we got Cookie Boy, we got Cam Jersey, we got Game Nation, we got Julie Pop, Nevermore, Big DLC, I think, Young Bull, Vamp Phantom, Dylan Poops, of course, N71, MP, Branout, Brento, Pokemon, Pixie, Brady Names, Acritus, Jubaka, Lampin Man, Down Low Mojo, Team 6 Double, Hi there, Jim Harold, Alexis Blonde, Black Dragon, Willie.
Blonde, by the way.
Alex is blonde. Sorry, not Alexis Blonde. Dead versus Light, Swipe, Ugnut, Weedmaster, Darkwing, I think is what it says, M. Hera, and Esports Latino, I think, just added us as well. And then on YouTube, we had Dylan, XSW233, and Amity Affleck. Thank you guys for your YouTube subscription as well as Fox Wilson. Just subscribe to us on YouTube. So guys, thank you so much. That was a whole bunch, and thank you again for the Twitch follow that just happened. We are almost at 11:30. I want to wait until 11:30. I don't want to call.
Right, before that. So
Tom
guys,
too
we have
soon.
time for one more call.
Greg,
Yeah, we do.
Greg is a couch. Now people are making jokes about it.
Greg,
That's your fault.
Greg is a couch.
Yeah, Craig, please call in, man.
People are saying they fell asleep on their Greg last night.
Any idea what we're at as far as the room goes right now? Number-wise?
Andrew, you know what you should do? You should move the camera and show everyone the room.
I think, Mike, you could probably go to the actual Twitch page.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Just make sure. I want to make sure we don't hit like 400. Because if we hit 400, we're doing Dinosaur Team.
Yeah, which we don't know what that
Dinosaur
means.
That's just being improvised.
I don't know if I want that.
Sorry, Tyson, we're waiting for another
down
call.
all the time.
Do you want to show off the room? Do you want me to?
We're hoping Greg calls in.
We are at 275.
275. Okay, we actually dropped down. All right, guys, if we
He
hit
said he called.
400, then we will do Dinosaur Team.
Greg called, he said.
Greg called. Well, I do not see
What's
him.
Claire said?
I will
Greg
call
is
Greg.
Greg, we're calling you, son.
Greg, I do not see your call. You're a
Your
liar.
Greg number.
Just so everyone knows, Greg is, I like to say that he's my son, just because he's so amazing.
All right, I'm calling Greg.
I think his mom will have an issue with that.
No, I am his mother. Oh my god.
That was
Greg!
Guys, I've tried calling in all night. I've been wearing this hat. I just realized for an hour and a half.
What's
My
the shadowy
son.
figure on the TV?
Yeah,
I
it's,
Ready?
can't see any of
It's
that.
the Level Up Show, the new studio. It looks really nice. All my best friends. Look towards the doors, and your basement's better than mine.
thank you so much, Greg. Yeah, are you surprised? Did you expect this?
Guys, you don't know how excited I am. I mean, Dan kind of took my whole speech, but I called in literally as soon as you opened up the Skype lines, and I tried calling in like 7 times, but like,
That's weird.
you don't understand. Like, this is great. Like, I told you guys you're my favorite celebrities, but like, you guys really are famous now. Like, you're making your way up, and you're becoming baby Jesus all over again. You're already baby
We're
Jesus.
not going to say that.
That was not a quote authorized by the Level Up Show. Just
No.
putting that out there.
We don't endorse.
We don't endorse that quote.
We do
You are the
endorse
baby
that
Jesus.
Greg is a couch, though.
Greg is a couch.
Yeah. Apparently, Drew and Mike are sitting on me now. I don't know what happened. Kristen made me into a couch. Everyone said they've been sitting on me lately. Scab said he fell asleep on me. I said, what's going on? Oh, wow, I'm very shadowy in the thing. I didn't realize that.
You're a giant shadow figure.
I kind of look like Hannibal Lecter. This is freaking me out. What was I going to say? Everybody that's in the chat room right now, I just want to point out that Destiny, I know, I agree with almost a lot of things that people are saying, but a lot of people are hating on it in the, like, very, very obscenely,
Right.
in very bad ways. I think that the story and everything in Destiny is not up to par with stories like The Last of Us or anything, but I don't think it was going for that at all. I think a lot of people expected a lot more out of Destiny than they should have.
Okay.
The marketing and everything is funny. I think it's a respectable game. I think the lore and the world building is absolutely astounding.
I don't know.
All the levels are very fun, even though they're kind of generic and basic run and gun level up sort of stuff. But like, I mean, the loot is reason enough to level. Thank you. The loot is reason enough to buy the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've had so many nights already playing the game. What has it been at? It's going to be a week on Tuesday, and I've had so many nights already where one more match in Crucible, and where I'm going like 0-14, or like, oh, one more strike mission, or Mike will be like, Greg, I just got on at like 1 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'll be right there. Like, it's so addicting in the best ways.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I think that I'm really going to enjoy it as well. And I think people will come around on it. It's just that like that hate period right now. The reviews are coming out. If the reviews are coming out to 9.5, I think the tone would be completely different.
Right.
But since the reviews are coming out in the 7s, people are hating on it.
Right, people just jump in the bandwagon.
Yeah.
They're not waiting for the reviews like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So.
You disappeared. Now it's just.
No, yeah, I ran to go shut up. I was listening to everything. I agree with you. I haven't seen any reviews out yet. Who reviewed the game so far?
I mean, we've had
There's a lot of them.
GameSpot give it a 6, for
Right.
instance.
And that's like that's the one that pisses me off.
I think Polygon gave it a 6. A few others as well gave it around like 7, 6, around that area. But overall, I think the Metacritic and the game rankings are around a 75 right now.
That's crazy. I mean, like, I agree with it. I feel like it's not anywhere near like a 10, if 10's the highest score that people are giving things. But
I would say between 8.5 and 9.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly. I would put it in like the 7.5 to 8.5 range, around there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm expecting like an 8, and I think that's fine. Like,
Right.
An 8 is a great score, especially for a new IP, something that's going to grow tremendously in the future. This is like a 10-year franchise for them.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm going into it obviously not like a Call of Duty or a Halo player. I never even played any of the Halos. I played the worst one in everyone else's opinion, ODST, the one without Master Chief.
Oh, it's awful.
And everyone just yelled at me and said I was. Exactly. But that was my experience with the Halo game. And then going into Destiny, like 2 nights before you guys did the Hype Train show, but before you did that, I was not even hyped for the game, at all. Like, I knew it was out, I knew I was getting it, I played the beta, but I didn't expect it to be like The Last of Us 2 or like something else crazy like that. So I guess maybe that's why I'm enjoying it, because my expectations, not that they were set low, but they weren't set extremely high.
That's good. That's good, son.
All right, Greg, thanks for calling in, man. I might call you back later on, but we got to call Tom Happ right now, developer of
You got me. I'm so proud of you guys. The room looks amazeballs, and I can't wait to give you all my presents. I'm like the Jewish Santa Claus coming to visit in October.
Okay,
Aww.
awesome. Thanks so much, Greg.
Bye, Greg.
Bye, guys.
See ya. All right, so we're going to start off with a little trailer here. Let's get people in the know on Axiom Verge. So you guys go check out this trailer real quick for Axiom Verge, developed by Thomas Happ. We're about to call. There you guys go. You can see the hype is real behind this game. People are really, really looking forward to this. It's coming to PS4 and PS Vita
It's pretty
next year.
The music is amazing.
So
it's really good, but I mean, in general, it's so cool looking.
So let's see if we can find. Here we go. Let's call up Tom and see if he answers. Hopefully everything works out fine. Hey, Thomas. How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Not too much.
You are on the Level Up Show, man.
What's shaking, baby?
First off, thank you so much for doing this for us, for allowing us to call you and talk about your next big game, Axiom Verge. Can you hear me okay, Tom?
I can hear you. Is there supposed to be video?
Not on our end, unfortunately, because it would crash our stream on our end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I can, let me see if I can turn it off for you. You're not going to see us well, I don't think, but let me see.
Okay.
You're off to the side here if you can see me.
Yep.
All
I
right.
see.
All right. Let me start off. I want to get to know you a bit about your origin story, how you kind of started in this industry. I know you've been in it since 2002, but leading up to that, what brought you into game development, and what were your goals that you set for yourself before making it?
Yeah, I mean, so I've been working in like AAA, so-called development since like 2004 or so. So I've worked at EA, Tiburon, and then at Petroglyph Games for a long time. And Axiom Verge was really just started off as a hobby project for me to do in my spare time, but as I kept on working on it and the years went on, I had some material to release, and it got a lot of attention, so I kind of gradually started like ramping it up, like trying to look for publishers and everything, until eventually I ended up getting the Sony Pub Fund. I applied for it and got in, and since then I've been working on it full time.
Yeah, I was going to ask that question later, but since you touched on it, so you kind of went to Sony on this one. They didn't come to you with desire for Axiom Verge, because I know in the very beginning of this generation cycle, they were very forward with the indie space and trying to get people on board.
I think that's true, and I think I've heard of people like saying they were showing at PAX and Sony guys came by and kind of persuaded them. But in my case, it was definitely, I don't think I was really on the radar until I went into Indiecade has this, what do they call it, Indie Exchange, and I went into a meeting there with like Nick Sutner and Brian Silva, and like there was a bunch of Sony people, and I showed off the game there, and I didn't know what to think, because like they were like, well, we're just releasing PlayStation 4 right now, so we're not doing the pub funds, but like contact us later. So I was like, oh, okay. So like later on, like months later, I was like working on a new trailer, and I sent it to them, and to make a long story short, that's like when they decided to pick me up. But it was funny because that original meeting, I later found out at like PAX, I think it was Shane told me that they had like unanimously like decided that this is the game they wanted to do, like way back in whenever September, whenever it was. Just they couldn't say anything, so I was all like biting my fingernails and stuff, trying to figure out like what I was going to do, but it worked out in the end.
That's really cool. Very cool, man. Now, we were just talking about this. Besides games development, you also have interest in games music composing, and we were listening to the trailer right now, and the music in Axiom Verge is excellent, just magnificent, and I'm kind of wondering if you had a part in that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's my solo thing I do for fun, or was for many years, so, I mean, I just wrote all the music myself. I didn't, have the desire or, financial means to actually hire someone to write music. Right. But, I have a keyboard and I have a computer and soft synths, so I took care of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's unbelievable because
it's so so many games fall flat just due to the music alone.
The music is awesome.
And so the music in that really, helps to carry it. It made the trailer much more, really like a thriller almost. You get really like hyped up to play it. So
definitely,
that definitely pulls it a lot.
Do you specifically compose the music for a scene around an area, or do you take a certain idea and then try to fit that into the game, or is it kind of like an ebb and flow between both?
It was kind of both. I mean, I went about it like I designed the concept art and like the tile sets for each of the levels and everything before I wrote any music. and then I tried to write music to go with each part, but I actually didn't end up using the music for the parts that I thought I was going to use them for, just because, some places where I used like slow-paced music, it seemed better to use a fast-paced track. So I switched up a lot of them. I know I ended up using the track I intended to on maybe like half of them, and then the other half I, was just kind of was meant for something else, or was maybe I didn't know what I was going to use it for. And there's one track that I just took from like a previous game that I never finished making, and it needed a home, and that was where it went.
Cool. So, I mean, 16-bit games and classic style games are seeming to be like a fad coming back in a way. But there's always something different that they add to it. So there's a couple things I saw in your game in particular that I think you couldn't do back when 16-bit was big on Genesis and Super Nintendo. So what are some of the things that you were really proud of that you were able to add that you probably wouldn't have been able to do back on those console generations?
So, I mean, the main standout difference I'd say about Axiom Verge is probably its glitch mechanic, and that's the kind of meta mechanic where you can glitch the enemies with your glitch gun, and you can glitch certain parts of the environment, and there's various other things like a password or passcode feature, and things of that nature. And a lot of that is, I wouldn't want to say you couldn't do it on a classic system, but I think it would be a lot harder to do it in a way that was within your control and not just something that was going to break your game completely. And I do use a lot of modern techniques like shading techniques and that kind of thing to achieve the effect of having the memory corrupted, or having the screen degauss and that kind of thing. That's it doesn't really fit into 16-bit, but I don't care.
Yeah, going off of the 16-bit, this is clearly something that a lot of solo guys are going with. Maybe it's because it's a little less, it requires less resources, less people on the team, but it's something, you went from AAA development. You said you were a part of Electronic Arts Tiburon and stuff like that. Do you prefer being a solo team as opposed to being a part of a group?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of baggage that comes along with being in a group. So when you're in a group, you can obviously you can have a much bigger scope for your game. You can maybe have your game be three-dimensional, polygon, detailed characters and stuff. The more detailed you get, though, the larger the scope, the more you need to collaborate with others, and that can be good because there's other ideas coming in, but also it can lead to ideas being watered down a bit.
Okay.
And when you get to the scale of EA, it ends up being like very few people come up with the ideas. It might even be marketing people coming up with the ideas, and then the majority of the team is getting the schedule they're handed and kind of implementing it. Which, I mean, I don't want to knock that. Like, just having a job where you just like make if it's golf, if you're just making golf clubs all day, like that's actually kind of fun to do. But it's not, I'd say, as fun as if you're the guy deciding what the game's going to be and what's in it. As long as you keep it manageable for yourself.
Yeah, sure. Back to Axiom Verge real quick. I had one other thing. At the beginning of the trailer, there is a quote that it starts with, if you want to call it that. It's the definition for Axiom, and it's any algorithm giving rise to cognitive entities will be perceived by reality by the entities described. And then I kind of looked at your website, thomashapp.com, and I saw that you had this massive blog, this hypothesis on the true nature of reality. And it's something that you clearly are invested in, and I'm wondering if the concept behind the game relates to that hypothesis.
Yeah, it does strongly. Unfortunately, I believe my talents as a programmer are much greater than they are as a scientist or that kind of thing. But I think within the framework of science fiction, provides a very eloquent way of expressing, I guess, what you'd say my beliefs or suspicions are, regarding the nature of cosmology, and so there's a lot of like, if you know Stephen Wolfram esque attributes to the game fiction, and like even some of the game mechanics that you come across.
Now, I wonder if, to you, do you feel like you're actually creating a reality? Like literally, are you? Because as your theory discusses on your website, the idea is that anything that an algorithm, whatever, is created, they perceive themselves as reality, and therefore you are the creator. And do you feel like, in a way, that you're creating a reality with this game?
No, it's actually kind of, in a way, it works the reverse of what you would think of. Okay. It's more like the reality we perceive because we are created by, the various rules and physical laws that happen to come out of our universe, EMC squared and all, that sort of thing. And I would say a closer way of describing it would be to say that if I were to program a game, the Matrix type of thing,
sure,
that would actually be more of a reflection of something that was going to exist, whether you programmed it or not. Those people believe themselves to be real, and they're more like waiting to be found by the programmer. And the only difference is that you get to view them through your computer screen, say, or VR goggles, or not. But they're still there. You can't stop that, and that's basically how it happens.
That's a really cool concept. I really like that. To close this off, I wanted to say real quick that I saw Axiom Verge won the Best of E3 award at GameSpot, and for you being a solo team, how does that make you feel to receive an honor like that?
It's absurd. Let me show you something. I show this to everyone. The nice people at GameSpot gave me these buttons for my team. They needed to make sure that the whole team, was covered. So there's about 20 of these buttons that they gave me. I just made this shirt, pretty much covered it all with them.
Captain America shirt. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was very. It was very strange because I wasn't quite sure. I was like, well, maybe they just give this out to everyone. I didn't really know it, and I think it kind of became more clear to me when I was heading back to the hotel and I was in the elevator and there was, just a woman and her friend were in there, and the woman had the same pin, and I'm like, oh, is this like another indie? I'm like, hey, we have the same pin. Like, what did you make? And she was like, oh, Dragon Age.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, how many hundreds of millions possibly, went into this Dragon Age coming to be, and I basically spent nothing, and I still wind up with the same pin. So that was, it's kind of unreal, and in many ways I'm glad it's kind of died down, because it was just sort of, I don't know, very, I don't know, I want to say disassociative kind of feeling, this is not my real life. I wish I could go home and eat some pizza and watch TV and do something normal now.
Well, the game looks awesome, and
the chat is blowing up.
The chat is blowing up. I hope that everybody in the room right now who saw the trailer, who's listening to Thomas Happ right now, the solo developer on this game, it looks forward to Axiom Verge, because it comes out next year, I'm pretty sure, on PS4 and Vita. Is that correct, Tom?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it going to be early? Could you give a quarter?
Yeah, I'd say Q1 probably.
Oh wow, nice.
Quarter one of next year. I'm so psyched for this game. It looks amazing, and we were just talking earlier that the indie space, if you want to call it that, it's taken over because it really connects with people like us specifically that don't have sometimes the time to go into a 60-hour game. And in a lot of ways, I prefer these smaller experiences become so invested in them. And they tell these personal stories and they take risks. And I really appreciate that. So I think this game looks magnificent, and I'm so happy that you called in. Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah, awesome. Hey, anyone who wants to follow me on Twitter,
Yes.
I'm at Axiom Verge.
Yeah.
I like getting followers, watching that number go.
We're going to plug you in the chat right now.
Makes me feel important. Thanks.
We're going to do our best, Tom, to plug your game moving forward until release, and when it comes out, we'll make sure to plug it to hell, because we really appreciate you doing this.
All right, awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. See you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Have a good night, bud.
He's a cool guy.
Awesome guy. Oh man, it's so cool to talk to these guys, man.
Right.
And Axiom Verge.
And you can see like the passion.
Yeah.
It's not only just in the game, but just like
I'm just covering your face for a second.
Okay. Yes. It's
Oh
an
my
O
God.
though. Axiom Verge with an O.
Oh no!
Axiom Verge with an O.
it in the chat.
That's close enough. People will figure it out. But guys, please make sure you go at Axiom Verge. We're followers of them on Twitter. You can probably find it on our page. He retweeted us earlier when it came to his call.
I retweeted him.
We retweeted him.
Oh, that's so meta.
And he's obviously a really cool guy, and he's very passionate about what he does. And it sounds like this is a project that's been near and dear to him for a very long time, and he finally gets to release it as a solo team, if you want to call it that.
Right. And it's all him, music, graphics,
too.
everything. And the reason I asked the question I did about, what's different now is that if you see in the trailer, I mean, there's some cool things where, he glitched through the walls and everything like that. Stuff that you really, not even that they couldn't do back then, that they really couldn't because of the technology, but even that they just didn't have the thought process to do.
Yeah.
They didn't really think of it.
Because you have to watch it on the TV, not on our TV, on your monitor, to really see the glitches. Like the game is constantly doing this glitch thing, and that's why I was talking to him about reality and how he perceives it and how the game perceives it, because it seems like it's definitely touching on that with the definition of Axiom and obviously his investment in this theory of what reality is. I think it's really cool, and if you guys want to check it out yourselves, it's on thomashapp.com. He has this really long blog on the hypothesis and him trying to prove his theory on reality, and it's a really cool thing.
Axiom, AXIOM.
Yes.
It's in the chat, guys.
It's in the chat. I hope you guys appreciated that. That was our second.
It was really cool.
And let me plug this as well. Thank you so much to Mike Emerson, our first caller, developer within the industry, because he's the guy that led us to Tom here.
Right, he introduced us and everything like that. And he was such a really cool guy too. He's definitely these guys are really passionate. Yeah, that's why I like interviewing them. You can tell that they have a lot invested, both personally and as far as their work and everything like that.
And if you'd like to look into Mike as well, he does his own show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's hard to write on here. I need one of those little things.
Nice job.
I need a stylus.
What was I just about to say? But Mike Emerson does his own little show talking with a developer that you can check out, but also look for his app on iPad called My Virtual Girlfriend, My Virtual Boyfriend, and even Dark Breakers.
Pretty cool. It's actually a really good game, especially if you have an iPad or a tablet. It's a very fun experience. It's almost like that Clash of Clans, whatever that game is. Yeah, the one that's not as good.
Before we move on to our short little topic of the week, we'll talk about Tokyo Game Show a little bit in our discussion. Let's do code. Let's do Twitch follows. Let's acknowledge all of our
that. So guys, I don't know if you have before. Did we get any new?
I got a ton here to say.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Start with that.
He really wanted to know when the next update for the ADD YouTube is coming out.
ADD
to add YouTube.
Oh, to add YouTube 2.0 should be coming in the next month or two. But we don't have an official release date.
No, it's going to be before the holiday.
Yeah.
But guys, earlier in the show tonight, for our very loyal followers that were here right at the beginning, we gave away a $10 code. I told you guys we're going to give another one away right now. Guys, I'm going to give you another 2 minutes. There's a lot of people that added us on Twitter. Thank you, but more so, if you want a chance to get a $10 PSN code, only available for U.S. residents. I apologize because that's where we are at. Yeah. But if you're a U.S. resident and you want a $10 PSN code, add us on Twitter and tweet at us, #levelup all caps.
Yeah.
So do that. You guys got about 2 minutes left, and then after Drew plugs everything and reads all these off, and we give our intro, we're going to give it away.
Can you tell me it and I'll type it up there?
I think Mark's, did you do it?
What?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. They'll figure it out. But guys, we got a whole bunch of YouTube subscriptions here. Let's go through Fox Wilson, Astro Gamer, Ego Lil Waffle, Cal Jennings, Petros 2815, Simon Pezot, Gaming Sniper, and Dick Hiroki. Thank you guys for your YouTube subscriptions, and also thank you to Weedmaster, Darkwing, M. Herrera, Esports Latino, The Big Boss, 12, Horns, Roger N, Wolf 188, and Parsnips 44, Rachin Mans, and Cool Kid Miles. All of you guys hardest on Twitch, and we really appreciate that. Keep them coming, guys. If you want email notifications whenever this show goes live on Sundays or whatever else, whenever we're doing playthroughs, that's the best way. If you follow us, you will get email notifications when we go live. So please go on twitch.tv/levelupshow, hardest there. Go on Twitter at the Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Follow us and then tweet at us with hashtag level up if you're a U.S. resident to go into the running for a $10 PSN code. Go on Facebook, like us, as a lot of people did, as I just read off. Go on youtube.com/the-level-up-show, level spelled LVL, and subscribe. If you do that, you'll get notifications whenever we put up archives of all these shows, any playthroughs, whether it's Destiny or Minecraft.
We have a lot of other things too.
Yeah.
We have, not only do we make content for that, but we have guys like Greg and Dean that do their stuff as well.
And there's going to be more of that coming in the future.
There's a lot more of that stuff coming. So.
And then finally, if you really appreciate the show and you appreciate what we've done with it, you can help us in the future by going on streamtip.com/t/the-level-up-show and donate whatever you see fitting. Feel no obligation to do that. We appreciate any help you guys could give. And finally, I am Drew M1788 on PSN, and Mike is the new guru. Feel free to friend request us. We will add you right after the show ends. So are we good to announce somebody for their PSN?
It's been a couple minutes. I think it's been more than enough time. So yeah, why don't we do that? So Mark is going to go in with a random number generator. And he's going to choose.
1 second. I just need to see how many people we got.
Yes.
Alright.
Silence!
In the meantime, let's see.
We are looking for Michael Herrera.
Oh, cool. Michael Herrera. Okay, that's great.
Cool.
Routine viewer. You followed us tonight on Twitch. Michael Herrera, you are officially the winner of the second PSN $10 code.
How do you spell his name?
H-E-R-R-A-R-A.
I think so,
yeah. H-E-R-R-E-R-A.
H-E-R-E, yeah.
H-E-R-R-E-R-A.
Close enough. But thank you so much for entering into the contest, and congratulations to Mike Herrera for winning the code.
You told me how to spell it wrong.
Yeah. Thank you for the friend request as well, or sorry, the message. Let's move on to Tokyo Game Show a little bit. As somebody called in earlier, they were talking about it being this week, 19th to 21st, and that we don't know a lot about the Japanese development right now.
Also, guys, we're going to give one more away, too. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah,
we still have one more away to give away, and we're going to give that away at the end of the show. So you still have time for that one. Add us on Twitter, and then tweet at us, hashtag level up, all caps.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
Sorry. So obviously the thing I'm hoping for the most is Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. And I have a little bit of hope of this because Square Enix released their floor plan, as they always do, and usually they have what's called a closed mega theater. And that's only for certain people, and that's always where they show the trailers that everybody wants to see. This year, they have a massive studio, and it's an open mega theater.
Really?
So that gives me high hopes that they're showing something off.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that they're going to do all three. I think they're going to show off Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, which I hear really good things about. They talked recently about how the graphics are actually pulling from Final Fantasy 15, and they're really trying to update it for the PS4 and Xbox One. I do think they're going to show off a short little update on Final Fantasy 15. The least likely is Kingdom Hearts 3, but I do think we get a small little tidbit on that as well. So really, really hoping for that. That's my big hope.
Sorry. Someone said Kristen made a new letter.
Yeah.
You told me how to spell it wrong, so
I'm sorry.
I had to correct it real quick. I feel like there's nothing more insulting than spelling someone's name incorrectly.
No,
is there anything that you would hope for from a Japanese perspective?
I mean, so I'm going on the I'm hoping to at least hear of a date for 15 or Kingdom Hearts 3. That would be my biggest hope over anything else.
Yeah.
I don't need to see anything else. I know I'm going to get both. I don't need to see it. Just take my money.
Yep.
But just tell me when you can take my money.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all I want to know. Now, and you have this on here. We're not going to say the name of it, but there's one game.
You kind of have to.
What?
It's done by Team Eco.
Yes.
And it's a game that has been in development for 8 years, and
In
we're still
development
waiting
hell.
for.
Right.
Yeah, development hell. It eventually
Purgatory, really.
had Sony Santa Monica step in to help out. The guy that is the head of Sony Santa Monica is considered like the guru of fixing studios.
Right.
They brought him in. We got Joe Miller calling in. Hey, Joe, you are on the new Level Up show. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I see that you guys got a new this whole, new set. I saw that, and I'm like, it's real cool that you guys got like a new setup.
Definitely,
Yeah,
man.
man. Where's your brother at?
He's not here.
That's good. That's good.
That's really unfortunate. And it's gone.
Joe, can you still hear us? Because we can't hear you.
All right, we're gonna call you on Skype, and it's gone.
Let me try calling Joe back.
It's gone.
I'm gonna call you back, Joe, if you can hear me. Let's try him.
Can you hear me?
All right, we're gonna go right here. We're gonna call you up, and it's gone.
Yeah.
The brother was secretly there.
That's what I'm thinking.
We should really be worried for him.
Yeah, his brother is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not getting a good connection. He must not have a good
Oh
connection.
no.
We'll try
Joe,
later. Why don't we-
try again, man, if you want. But unfortunately, we can't get a
His
hold
brother,
of him.
Mark is right.
Yeah, his brother is in the background shutting
He
off his
probably
wireless.
bought like one of those wireless blockers or something.
Yeah, jammer.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping that we see something from that. I
Obviously.
feel like this is the year. I thought they said we were going to hear more.
Yeah.
They kept saying we were going to hear more from it.
I mean,
And-
they're assuring us. It's in development, guys.
Right.
It's in development.
And they keep saying we're going to hear more. And I thought they had said at one point we're going to hear more soon.
They did.
Earlier this year.
They did.
Okay, I wasn't dreaming that, right?
No, you were not.
All right, so
that was after the debacle on IGN where they said it was canceled,
Yes, you're right.
which turned out to be false, supposedly. They,
Right.
They
So-
jumped in quickly and were like, no, I don't know where
you'll
that
hear
news
more
came
of that
from.
this year. So this is the last show of this year.
Yep.
This is the last.
Unless you
reasonable
consider
time
like
to-
VGAs, which would not happen.
Do not do that to your game. Look what happened to Dead. What was it? Dead? No, it wasn't even Dead Island. It was what was the other one?
There was nothing showing up good there except No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky was the only good one.
Yeah.
And Mikhail.
Yeah, but
Joel
that was because he
McHale,
just kept busting on John
Right.
Keeley.
It was
It was just
awful.
terrible.
Oh god, that was a debacle.
Yeah.
But anyway, so no, that I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see more of Persona 5.
I hope
I'm
so.
sure we're gonna see, who was it they called at the beginning? Was Danny or B or something like that?
It was B.
B. Was saying about supposedly 70 games.
Yeah.
Talking about being shown off.
That
And
seems a
I'm
little excessive.
It does. So I'm gonna say that it's probably gonna be a lot of indie titles shown off and a lot of Japanese geared indies. So.
Thank you for the friend request. I will acknowledge all the friend requests in just a moment.
I think that was Wade.
Wade, thank you, Wade, for the friend request. Now, you said Persona 5, but that was already shown off at the pre-TGS conference.
Right, I'm thinking that we might see more though. I think we might see
Yeah.
more like gameplay stuff.
I hope so. 'Cause that
stuff
was
wasn't
literally
a
an
very
anime
cryptic
trailer. Yeah.
And you didn't even know what those signs meant.
No.
I had to tell you. Did you look into that? By the
No,
way?
I haven't actually yet. I should, but yeah, they were in Japanese, so obviously I didn't know what they said. But we do know that it's going to be somehow related to the high school setting, but just a little bit more mature.
Right.
Try Joe again. Hey, Joe, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, my internet is just like real crappy. Damn CenturyLink.
It's okay. What do you want to talk about tonight, man?
Actually, I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts, like as you were talking about before. I noticed that at E3, not E3, Gamescom, that it wasn't there, and I started to think that they pulled it off like real early because like at last minute because they wanted to make some changes. And this is just like an entire guess. It's like a shot in the dark for me, but I feel that they're probably going to launch an exclusivity again with PlayStation. I don't know. That's just me.
I mean, I think it would be
since,
smart for
the
them
whole
to do that,
trader
but
thing.
there's this balance there because obviously you want your game to sell the most on all platforms, but there's this line that you cross because if it's not going to sell that well on Xbox One, the sheer fact that it's an exclusive game builds this hype around it.
Right. Not only that. And it's unfortunate, but they have to see the numbers that Xbox is doing,
especially in Japan.
Especially in Japan. But the people that love the PlayStation 3 got a PS4 or are getting a PS4. So it's not like they jumped ship over to Microsoft. So it's not like they retained the people over there.
And a lot of people that were Microsoft are jumping over to Sony.
Right. So it's not like they have a real big need to be multi-platform.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. That's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. I don't know for sure that that's going to happen, but I would actually be a little bit happy about that because just JRPGs in general kind of have this strong association with Sony, and I feel like exclusivity helps to further the brand recognition, if you want to call it that, and it builds this hype around the game that I really want Kingdom Hearts to have. Final Fantasy 15, on the other hand, I don't think that will be exclusive.
That seems something that would go multi-console, like because I mean, look at Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and like Lightning Returns. Those were Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, no, you're right.
PlayStation, that was the kind of
No.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Weird move for them, but Kingdom Hearts in your head, it's been on Japanese consoles only.
Yeah.
And it seems that they would keep it that way.
Right.
Now, Kingdom Hearts 3, I do think they announced it too early, and Mike always said, but they've already, they announced it, they showed it off. I think that they were just, I don't know why they did. I think they should have waited. I don't think they should have announced it right after Final Fantasy 15, although that was, like, a mind blower. We were so excited. But at the same time, I feel like the game is probably 3 or 4 years away. I feel like Final Fantasy 15 is going to be in the next year or two, and then we got Final Fantasy Type 0 on top of that. I don't know when that's coming, probably before 15. So I have no idea when Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to come, and maybe they want to space out the announcements with that game a little bit to the point where it's not going to be at Tokyo Game Show because they need to focus on 15 and Type 0.
Exactly, because 15 is going to take maybe another like a year.
I think so, yeah. I think so. That's my theory. I think take your time with it. I don't need it this year. I don't need it next year even. I would love it. Right. But I have such an investment in that game from Versus 13 now to 15 that it has to deliver.
Right.
If it doesn't, it's just I'm going to be so depressed. I mean, it's been 8-9 years in development. Right. Like this has to be a good game. It has to. So yeah, I guess that's about it for me. Oh, we lost him, didn't we?
I think we did.
Thank you, Joe, for calling in, man. Really appreciate it. Good question related to Tokyo Game Show, of course. Now, the one other thing I was talking about earlier is the possibility of Resident Evil 7.
No, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I couldn't see who it was. Julie Pop. Kept
Julie
saying that that Square said it was coming to 1 and PS4.
Okay.
They did say Kingdom Hearts was coming to 1 and PS4.
When it was first announced, yeah.
Right.
No, yeah, it was you're 100% correct. Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 were announced for both platforms at launch. The question is, do they actually take that back on Kingdom Hearts 3?
Right. I didn't know.
It would be something that I don't know if would go over very well. It happens.
You know, though, but here's the thing. Who would it not go over well for?
It's just in general, like it would just feel like no, people wouldn't be that disappointed. It's kind of shady, I guess. Is all it is. It's
no,
like,
it's a smart
experience, then why'd you announce it?
No, but well, I know, I get it, but they also didn't expect Xbox One to be doing the sales that it's doing.
Yeah.
You know, they definitely didn't expect that.
Yeah, I agree.
Much different.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I do think 15 will stay multi-platform though. Mark, we just got a Twitch heart during that call. Could you read off who it was real quick?
That was Jorgrok.
Jorgrok, thank you for the Twitch heart.
Jorgrok, the Destroyer.
Really appreciate that. I really hope to see Resident Evil 7 at this, even though we've got Revelations 2, I know.
That would be cool.
We had this logo leaked months ago for Resident Evil 7. I think it was real. It was literally tweeted out by Capcom, like Germany or something like that. So it's in development. They keep saying that they're going back to like the RE1 horror vibes as opposed to what 6 was.
Right.
I want to see it. I want to see what RE7 is going to be.
I would like to see something completely different than the past few years besides 4. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay with something that was very similar to 4.
Yeah.
You know, but that 5, then 6, you know, they just changed it completely.
Got Bobby. He's been wanting to call in all night.
Robert.
Bobby, you are on the Level Up Show, man. How you doing?
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
Not bad. What's going on with you, man?
Hopefully it's not an echo. I'm just using my laptop speakers.
There you go.
Man.
No problem. What do you want to talk about tonight?
I know you guys were talking about Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy earlier. I don't know how far behind I am, but yeah, I kind of agree with what you guys said about Kingdom Hearts 3. I kind of feel like they announced it too early, and they just kind of wanted to keep that hype train going because obviously people were pumped, you know, seeing gameplay of Final Fantasy 15, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, Kingdom Hearts 3 is in development. You know, it's just, you know.
Yeah, that's all they said after that trailer. All it said was currently in development, like no hint at all when the game was coming. But what was kind of surprising about it is we got that trailer, right, and I was just like, this game is far off. And then like 3 months later, we got gameplay footage. You remember where like
they did show like when he's on that he was like fighting that giant rock monster.
Right.
Exactly. I was really surprised at that. I was like, wow, maybe this game is further along than I thought.
I think it is, and that's why I'm still saying I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I know you
Thank you for the
keep saying
Twitch
no, but I think they're both coming next year.
I would love if you're right.
That would be amazing. I hope that's true too. I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does, that would be Christmas.
Yeah, I know. Maybe my expectations, I'm just trying to keep them low, but I could see 15 coming next year. I really could.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a possibility for Kingdom Hearts 3 to follow the year right after that, and that would be, I think, an amazing
I'm saying Final
1-2.
Fantasy is going to be like May, June.
Okay.
And Kingdom Hearts is going to be October.
I'm not going to cause a slap bet over this.
No,
but I
I know what you're saying.
100% disagree with that. I really don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I think 15 will be next year, late next year, but I can't imagine they would put two major franchises from Square both in 1 year. That's the kind of thing you spread out to get your fiscal yearly reports up on both years. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to drive the year that it's in, and Final Fantasy 15 is going to drive the year that it's in. So you spread them out into 2 different fiscal years. That's my opinion on it, and it makes sense business-wise as well. So, and also maybe, like I said, I'm keeping my expectations low. But if you're right, megaton. I would be so freaking happy. It would be unbelievable. Which one are you looking forward to more, Bobby? Is it Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy 15?
Oh, that's tough. It's like asking who your favorite child is. That's tough.
I know.
I mean, I guess because we've seen more of Final Fantasy 15, and that game should have came out years ago, back when they announced that game back in like 07 or something. I guess I gotta go with Kingdom Hearts 3 because if you're only counting the main console, series, it's been like 9 or 10 years or something like that since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. So I mean, it's just been so long since we've had an actual like main Kingdom Hearts game. I guess I would say I'm more hyped for that. But Final Fantasy 15, I mean, it's almost a tie. But that's pretty tough because Final Fantasy 15 looks amazing. They both kind of have that same style of gameplay and stuff like that. But I guess I'm more intrigued by 3 because we don't really know what worlds we're going to see and all that type of stuff. We've seen a decent amount of Final Fantasy 15, I guess.
And Final Fantasy 15 was actually announced in 2005. It was announced. Announced the year before. The year before PS3 came out.
7, but still, yeah.
It's unbelievable. By the time the game releases, it's going to be 10 years. In development from the time it was announced. Supposedly, it was in development before it was even announced.
Right.
So, just unfreaking real how long that game has been in development. Hell. So yeah, I gotta hope for that one first. But I'm hyped for both too, man.
Yeah. The one thing I kind of want to say about Final Fantasy 15 and more so Kingdom Hearts, I kind of feel that Nintendo fans are getting gypped. Because you look at Kingdom Hearts, like recently, it's been on the 3DS. We've had Dream Drop Distance. There's been a couple other ones on Nintendo handhelds. I kind of feel like in recent years that Kingdom Hearts is just as relevant, if not in some ways more relevant with Nintendo right now than PlayStation.
I feel like they couldn't take the chance. I mean, we're looking at the sales of
right.
Abysmal.
It's abysmal on Nintendo platforms, especially Wii U. The third-party sales are just insane. Watch Dogs got delayed over and over again. They keep saying it's going to come, but now they said this is going to be the last mature game we ever put.
Ubisoft is kind of pulling out too.
Yeah.
But I feel like a game like Kingdom Hearts, just to be like play devil's advocate, I feel like a game like Kingdom Hearts is something that could sell and actually could help the Wii U. At least far as third-party games go, those are kind of one of the third-party games that, once again, if you look at least from the handheld standpoint, which I realize obviously 3DS is doing a billion times better than the Wii U.
Yeah, right. But, not like that. I mean, you got to think of it too. Would you be okay if they announced that Kingdom Hearts 3 was on PS3 and 360?
And I'd be kind of mad. I want to play on the PS4.
Right. Well, mainly because why? The graphics quality, right?
Well, true, but
right, and that's why they can't go on the Wii U because they would have to downgrade it in the same fashion.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that, but I think a game like, granted, I'm not a game developer and stuff like that, but from what we've seen so far with Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm pretty sure the Wii U could handle that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think
with certain downgrades, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that from what we've seen so far. Granted, that's probably not the final game. I'm sure when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, it's going to look better than what they've shown so far, but Kingdom Hearts is a little more on the cartoon side, you know what I mean? And like Sora kind of looks a little more cell shady compared to something like Final Fantasy 15. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 far as my very vague knowledge of game systems, I think that something like that could probably work on the Wii U, and they probably wouldn't really have to downgrade too much. Now, Final Fantasy 15, I don't know. I mean, yeah, originally it was supposed to be on the PS3, but that game looks like it's a nice bump up from what they've shown from the PS3 version, and that's not really like a cartoony looking game. So, but I think at least Kingdom Hearts 3, I think that Nintendo they should at least put that on there, because even though the Xbox One probably will pass up the Wii U next year, I don't think there's a lot of Xbox fans that care about Kingdom Hearts 3. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like if they're gonna put it on 2 consoles, it would make more sense to put on the Wii U. They could probably get at least a little more sales from the Nintendo fan base than they would the Xbox fan base. Otherwise, they might as well just make it exclusive to PS4, I feel.
Right.
All right, Bobby. Yeah, I'm literally looking forward to TGS this week. I guess maybe we'll find out the news for sure. But thanks so much for calling. That was a great call, man.
Yeah, thanks.
See you later. All right, I think we need to get into our next segment here.
What are the actions?
Oh, well, game has appeared, guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, game.
Oh, no. Let's take a look, guys.
I'm so startled.
Hey, Rudy.
I'm so startled.
Hey, look at that. Nintendo.
What? They're still a thing?
They're still
By
a
the way,
thing.
we're doing a Nintendo game this week.
That's wild.
Right? Damn. It's pretty epic for a Nintendo game,
It's
right?
pretty intense, yeah.
Have you seen the commercials on TV for it yet?
No, not yet.
They're going. I like it. They're not going with the kiddie kind of Nintendo commercial with this one at all. They're going pretty gritty.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I get more of a Destiny Warriors or Dynasty Warriors / Soul Calibur vibe from it.
Oh well, yeah, definitely, because this game is pretty much is Dynasty Warriors. That's the whole point. It was developed in collaboration with Koei and who's the other guy? We got Omega Force and Team Ninja for the Wii U. The game is a collaboration between Koei Tecmo and Nintendo, and it does retain the qualities of Dynasty Warriors.
Right.
The funny thing about it, and I mentioned this last week, is that when the director, one of like the creators or whatever you want to call it, for Dynasty Warriors first went to Miyamoto and pitched the idea, he said, I want the next Zelda game with dungeons, the world map, all that kind of stuff, the traditional Zelda game. I wanted to adopt the Dynasty Warriors gameplay and graphical style. And Miyamoto's like, no,
Right.
that's not happening. But what you can do is take Dynasty Warriors and put a Zelda skin on it. Put the Zelda characters in it, put the Zelda music,
Monsters,
the
everything.
monsters, all that kind of stuff. Because if you saw in the trailer there's so many qualities from Zelda in it, from Gorons to Zora's, from Zora's Domain, and you got Impa, and you got Sheik, and you got all these classic characters from not Final Fantasy, from Zelda, all playable in this Dynasty Warriors kind of gameplay. It's really cool. Now, the plot supposedly is that it's going to take place in Hyrule, but Link is this Hylian warrior. He's starting off. He's like in training. Like this is before he becomes the Link that I guess is in the other games. And Ganondorf has already been defeated in this story, but his soul has been splintered into 4 different fragments, and he's, of course, as always, planning his resurrection in some way, shape, or form, using a sorceress named Sis that is new for this game, or Saya, I should say. She's new for Hyrule Warriors. They created her as a new character. She protects the balance of the Triforce and has feelings for Link, from what I read, and because of that, her amorous feelings for Link. and rages war on her in this game, and of course Link has to come to the rescue for the princess. Although in this one, Zelda's not a princess; she is a queen, and has her own army. It takes a few liberties with the story and kind of changes it up a little bit.
Right.
You can see on the TV here that real fast-paced Dynasty Warriors-esque gameplay mechanics in the Zelda, landscape and skin. Now, what you're mainly seeing here, I'm pretty sure, is called Adventure Mode. And what's kind of cool about it is it has a world map, but it's done in the old school 16-bit style, top-down. I think maybe even 8-bit actually. Kind of looks like Legend of Zelda the original. So whenever you exit out of like an event or like an arena battle, it goes to that overworld map, and you move forward spaces in the story, and then that opens up the map, and you can even use stuff like bombs and compass and all those classic Zelda elements in order to find new areas on the world map and find things to do. Now, you can also see on the video here, I hope, that whenever you destroy an enemy, they explode into like rupees and hearts and all that kind of stuff, things. The hearts are obviously your health meter. They help you to restore your health. And the rupees become some type of currency in the game in order to buy new weapons
and skins
and abilities, I think, stuff like that. Looks really cool, though. Looks really fun. Kind of looks like loot in a way, that addictive loot style that you love to take part in. What's up, Mark?
No, somebody just had a really good comment in the chat.
Okay.
It's fine.
You should share it.
Yeah. No, Hulk smashed her face was like, be nice or get Ray Riced. God. Awful comment.
So not funny, but kind of.
That's actually, what's really bad about that is the other night there was a medal in Destiny I was trying to get, and I was getting really pissed off, and everybody was like, "What's rad?" I was like, "I need to get the bounties. They won't let me Ray Rice them." It was like to melee 20 guys or whatever. So.
Moving on. And also, finally, the game supports an asymmetric two-player mode where you can use the Wii U pad, or at least a second player can use the Wii U pad, and of course the first player will use the monitor or the main screen.
See, there's a benefit to this, guys.
Yes. Not many people use the Wii U pad.
No, and it's actually disappointing because it's actually a pretty good idea.
It's a good idea. It's not a bad idea at all.
I've used it many times, and I love it.
Yeah.
So. But the different characters that are in the game. There's been so many announced. You want me to take it?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Read a few of them.
So, there's Link, obviously. He uses trademark sword, shield, bombs, bow, and various other weapons. And there's also Sheik. She'll use her trademark dagger and speed and agility.
Yep.
She'll be that quick character, the one that you usually see with, like, the small weapons.
And Sheik is, of course, from Ocarina of Time. Spoiler alert, she was Zelda in disguise, as so many Zeldas do. But she's an awesome character from Ocarina of Time.
Then there's Princess Ruto. She uses elemental water abilities since she's from Zora's domain.
A recurring land in the Zelda universe, of course.
Right, and then there's Darunia, and it's a large Goron from Ocarina of Time that uses his immense strength to do heavy melee attacks.
Do you remember him?
No.
He's the big, brown, hulking guy.
Oh, so he's basically like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and he's also from Ocarina of Time.
Okay. Then there's Zelda. She's going to have her own army. She's going to have a long sword with light abilities. The light arrow is one of her bigger attacks. So having a long sword with it's not going to be a big one. It's just going to be a long, thin sword.
Yeah, it's not a two-handed sword. It's a one-handed sword. And the light bow, I think she just kind of pulls out of nowhere, like her magic bag. And I think it's like her special ability. And it's taken from Ocarina of Time. If you remember the very end of Ocarina of Time, there's the light arrow that she uses to help kill Ganon, I'm pretty sure, at the end of Ocarina of Time.
Now, this is one of my most anticipated to see how they do in the game, and that's Midna. For those of you that weren't really aware, because not as many people played this one, but Twilight Princess introduced Midna.
Yeah.
She'll be playable. She'll be riding her her wolf, as well as use matter manipulation attacks, such as the large mystical hand. So it was a very weird Zelda game, but I liked it. I think it was actually one of my favorites, I'll be honest with you.
Plenty of people like it now. It's just one of those things.
When it came out, it was the worst one ever, but then all of a sudden Skyward Sword came out, and then all of a sudden, I wish it was Twilight Princess, and then...
That has a lot to do, I think, with that great .8. Do you remember that? That kind of phenomenon? Which isn't a bad score, but crazily enough, when GameSpot gave it an 8.8, people exploded. And I think it was Jeff Gerstmann that reviewed it at the time, was just torn to pieces for that review because it was below a 9.
Right.
It just showed how terrible the gaming community can be sometimes.
Yep.
What do you mean this game wasn't the most good? Yeah, I'm just.
Is that like Sims right now?
Unintelligible speak. Let's not get into this.
Moving on from that, you've got Agatha, who was also from Twilight Princess. She was a bug collection maiden or something like that, and she kind of like the one character from the new Mortal Kombat that uses like the swarms of bugs. That's kind of her. She uses like
She's also in Twilight Princess.
Yes. And she uses like hordes of butterflies, like butterflies, but also she can do a stampede of rhinoceros beetles, supposedly. So that's pretty cool. Weird. After that, we've got Impa, a recurring favorite from the Zelda series, often a protector of Zelda. And this one, she is the captain of the Royal Guard, and she uses a heavy two-handed sword, much bigger than like Zelda's. This is like Cloud's Buster Sword style,
right?
Like she or Auron's, like where she's slinging this hulking thing and making huge impacts in the ground with it. So she looks really cool. She's very powerful in that way. After that, how do you say this? Is Fee or Fi?
I think it's Fee.
Fee, but she was from Skyward Sword, and she was the spiritual essence of the Skyward Sword.
Yes.
In that game, she's like the blue kind of fairy-looking character that you saw in that one, and she uses like these big area attacks where she explodes to the ground and sends out these shock waves for a certain radius that I think can be upgraded. The radial attack becomes bigger and bigger as you upgrade her. And then finally, there is one new character in this game, a protagonist named Lana, and she's kind of the foil to Saya, because she's also a sorceress, but she's a good sorceress. And she uses a book of sorcery for her attacks, mostly lightning abilities. But on top of that, she possesses a Deku Spear, and with that, she can summon Deku Sprouts, Deku Leaf, Deku Nuts, and other Deku type objects to deal damage. And of course, a lot of people know the Deku Tree from Ocarina of Time, and then in Wind Waker, you use the Deku Leaf to float using wind. Recurring theme once again from the Zelda series. They're trying to use the whole span of the series in the coolest way possible to really fill this universe.
Right. And those weren't the only characters. There are still three more.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen anything from them.
Not much at all.
We just heard anything. We just heard rumors, and obviously Ganondorf is going to be in there. These are all going to be playable. Yeah. So Ganondorf will be in there. I'm sure he's going to have big heavy attacks. He's going to be like almost like a Bowser type big hulking character for them. Then there's going to be Zant, and how do you say the last one?
I think it's Girahim, and he was one of the villains from Skyward Sword.
Right.
Has like all the makeup on. He kind of looks like a clown. He was really good character, really cool character. And they used the gameplay mechanics in Skyward Sword in a really cool way when it came to him. Actually, when it came to the Emotion Plus system with the sword and having to get between his blocks. Right. It was actually a really cool boss battle. One of the games I'm disappointed I never finished. Actually,
Skyward Sword.
I played 35 hours of it.
I didn't even know you had a Wii.
I borrowed Kristen's to play that game. And after 35 hours, it finally started to get to that point where I got tired of the fetch quests and the unnecessary fetch quests.
That's a lot of people's problems with Skyward Sword is that it was so long, but for not the right reason.
Yeah, they could have taken 10 hours off that game. It was just padded. Mm-hmm. That was just padding. That's all it was, and it wasn't necessary, unfortunately.
But the game's already come out in Japan.
Yeah,
so it was already out last month, but it will be coming out this month on the 26th. Yeah. So if you have a Wii U, you have something to look forward to.
This is one of those big
games.
Besides
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, these are the two big games for this year, I would say, is Super Smash Brothers and Hyrule Warriors. Check it out online, guys. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there because, as Mike said, it is out in Japan. And it looks like a really cool game. It looks like a fun kind of diversion from the normal Zelda style and just kind of a fun hack and slash, just go crazy. In the Dynasty Warriors way. I mean, there's been 13 Dynasty Warriors, and they're all the same.
Yeah, it's the exact same game, just redone over and over.
So this is finally a Dynasty Warriors type game with a little bit of a twist on it for you to check out for those hardcore fans, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Aha, twist.
Twist? What a twist.
No, what's the twist?
Guys,
I think that was it.
That is it for us. We're right on time at 12:30, finishing on time. But of course, we want to take the opportunity to try and acknowledge everything we possibly can as far as ads.
Especially on Twitter, so we can do this last giveaway.
Yes, Mark, could you work on the Twitter send out while I acknowledge a lot of our requests?
Thank you so
much.
Anything
you want to say, Chris?
Last chance to enter for the Twitter.
Yeah, last chance, guys. So add us on Twitter. Make sure you're following us on Twitter. Then tweet at us with the hashtag #LevelUp. We will be giving away another US $10 currency code for PSN. So.
All right.
You asked me what was up with me, and then you ignored me.
How would you read these real quick?
No, I just
all the ones
say,
on screen right there.
I want to say that my corner of the room is better than Mark's corner of the room.
I will
Yeah, it's a big
fucking
debate
fight
going
you.
on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is intense.
Is this like a war raging in the chat room this week?
Yeah, right now it is. We're past like.
Well, I have Andrew over here, and my giraffe, and these awesome lost characters above me. So
Right, Kristen has the benefit of having the clock and The Last of Us.
Yes.
But Mark has the tip.
I have this.
And he has Zelda and
He has
Journey.
Zelda and Journey.
Yeah.
And
All good
listen,
things.
and they can't see it, but he has Sting.
Yeah, and right when the show ends, I'll show off a little bit more of the room real quick, because you guys aren't seeing the whole thing right now. We put a lot of work into this, and unfortunately, you can't see the whole thing. There's too many.
There's too many.
There's too many. All right, I'm not going to say all
There's
of
too
them.
many.
Starting with, oh my god, there's more coming in. Okay, CJWM. These are our Twitch hearts, guys. Twitch hearts, thank you in advance, but thank you CJWM, Jake, 1796, Style Stacy, I think is what your name is, Jorgrok, as we mentioned earlier, Ghost in the Mirror, and M. Roboto San. Thank you for your Twitch hearts. And on top of that, thank you to John Gilliam and Jorge Almonte for your YouTube subscriptions. Guys, we are the Level Up Show. We are a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you enjoyed the show tonight, if you enjoyed our new setup, and you want to keep track of us moving forward into the future, make sure that you go on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Make sure you go on there, have your own Twitch account, of course, create your own Twitch account, and heart us. If you heart us, you'll get email notifications whenever the Level Up Show goes live, whether it's our live shows or our gameplay sessions, doesn't matter. You'll get notifications. Go on Twitter at The Level Up Show. Thank you for the Twitch heart that just happened. I will acknowledge that in a moment. Then go on Twitter at The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. And please make sure that you follow us on there, because we're very active on Twitter and we're giving away PSN codes tonight through Twitter. Go on Facebook.com/The Level Up Show and like us on there. We are also active on Facebook, like Twitter. TheLevelUpShow.com is our official website where we try to put up reviews, articles, editorials.
Did you see the other one earlier?
I saw here Arnold. Yeah. Hey Arnold! Go on YouTube. There you go. Go on YouTube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, as a few people, as I just read, just did. Go on there and please subscribe, because we archive everything on our YouTube, and we try to make sure anybody that misses our show has a way to follow it.
Mike is not detecting your head.
There we go.
It's too shiny.
If you guys really appreciated tonight's show and liked what we've done with it, you know, we've obviously advanced since our last episode. We leveled up to level 3, as we call it. This is level 3. I chose.
I know. I get what you're saying.
Level 1 being the little table. Level 2 being the big table with the TV. This being level 3.
It's like we kind of put something together as if we knew what we were doing.
Yeah,
like
kind
we
of.
wanted to do. It took us a little bit to get there.
Yes.
Remember in Doug, the banging on a trash can?
Banging on a trash
All
can.
the songs.
Banging on a trash can.
Don't even start. I know all the beats.
Although
Drumming
Killer
on the
Tofu is the best.
street.
Thank you for the Twitch heart.
That might be on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
Killer tofu.
Ooh,
she's singing
ooh. Yeah, okay.
Killer tofu.
I'm just saying.
You're right. So thank you for the Twitch heart. And so guys, if you like tonight's shows and you want to help us improve it even further into the future, go on streamtip.com/T Freudian slip. Streamtip.com/T/The Level Up Show. Donate whatever you see fitting. Feel no obligation to do that, of course. And finally, Mike and I are both on PSN. We love friend requests. Please do that. I am Drew M1788, and Mike is Noob Guru. Okay, are we good when it comes to giving out our PSN code?
I think so. At
Who's
this
winning?
point.
We got.
Who is the
We
winner?
got 2 more I gotta add real quick.
Okay, hold on. We're not ready yet. While we wait for Mark, I will acknowledge all of our PSN friend requests tonight. We've got so many.
So many.
We got so many. It's above 20. I know that. Thank you for the Twitch heart. Thank you for Twitch heart. We got 35 friend requests tonight, guys. Alexa 9S9, Alfred, Alsa Leahy, Andrea, Big Reaper, Bobcon, Boombaya, CFDGD, Chris Ray, Country Boy, Dark Wolf, Dylan Poops, Fulian, Glorious Corius, G Flow, Hefty 664, On Your 6, J Ross, Jorgrok, Julio Silverwolf, thank you for the friend request. Loco Ninja, Lost X Toleration, Open Ice PDK, Pilot Caleb, Rasta Prince, Renako 84, Rick 20001, Shawnee Numb, Skater 06511, The Bad Guy for Life, Tiger, TI861 GER, Unholy Degenerate twice, and uTorrent 967, and also one more, Wahib. Thank you for your PSN friend request. We will add all of you right after the show. Really appreciate anybody who showed support tonight. We do this for you guys. We really love doing it. It's a lot of fun for us.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah.
Earlier I called Greg a couch, and tonight I called Rick Rock. I said thanks,
What?
Rock.
Oh.
Someone wants to know where you got the Last of Us poster at.
It is a fan-made poster. I can't remember the name of the artist, but look up Ellie Giraffe on Google Images. I promise you that it'll come up. It's on his DeviantArt. He doesn't even have you like message him or anything like that. He offers like a 6,000 by 4,000 resolution image for you to download and print out yourself. It's awesome. So big thank you to that guy who did the artwork. I think it's beautiful artwork.
Did you figure out a number yet?
Yep.
Okay.
We got number 11.
Number 11. Who is it?
At Team 60012.
At Team
Quaron Cheney.
Juan Cheney?
Quaron Cheney.
What is it?
Quaron Cheney.
Quaron.
You
Team 66?
No, it's what?
At Team 60012. QUARAN. Quaron
Team
Cheney.
6601 or something like that. But thank you so much
Quaron.
for entering the contest. You are the
Congrats,
winner.
bud.
Team 60012. I think Quaron, your name.
Yes.
Congratulations, man. We will not PSN message you. We will Twitter message you with the PSN $10 code. Thank you so much to everybody tonight. We gave away $30 in PSN codes.
Thanks everybody that entered too. I'm sorry you didn't win.
And really quickly,
Well,
got
look at the
a
draw.
few more Twitch hearts at the end there that I will acknowledge. Want to make sure we don't miss anybody.
Pause. I didn't say your name.
Thank you to Bolding, Alki, TI Company, and Leto Dax. Those are our final Twitch hearts this evening.
And Paul Dog.
And also a friend request we just got that I can't read. But thank you so much for your friend request. Really appreciate that. Guys, I think this is it for our first reboot episode of the Level Up Show.
I think this was a success.
I think this was a success, yes.
It's very well
Yay!
done.
I have no idea how many people we had in here tonight. That's the only problem.
Yeah, we can't see the number. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to update, really, for us. I've been keeping an eye on it.
after a while it stops, it seems like.
Yeah, that sucks. We'll have to try and figure out a way to make it so we can know how many people are in the room so that we can do Pterodactyl Landrew and Dino Team and anything else. Thank you for the friend request. So guys, are we good? Anything want to say, anybody? Kristen?
We love you.
We love you, fans. You guys are awesome.
Our
Level
beautiful
uppers.
nerds.
Our beautiful nerds, as we call
People
you.
say nerds as an insult, but it's sexy nerds.
Yeah, sexy nerds.
But you know what? We're sexy nerds, and we don't care.
Yeah.
There should be a song called that.
We'll make it just for you
I'm
guys.
sexy
I
and
feel
I
like that's
know
like
it.
like a.
Oh, we can't sing that.
No,
We'll
you
get
can't.
banned.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight for episode 39 of the Level Up Show. We will be live next Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Hard up. You'll get notifications when we go live.
We should all stand up and dance. Let's all stand up and punch each other.
Kristen, you start.
My cat's on the
We will follow. All right, level up, guys. Level up. Level up. See you guys. Thanks so much for coming in this week. We'll see you next week. Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Level up, guys.